There we go. That's a lot better. Hopefully you're all doing well, man. Sorry, my mic was muted. Oh, boy. Man, another Sixers game tonight, 8:02 p.m. Eastern Time. Sixers and Bucks taking on one another. How about Giannis Antetokounmpo and Damian Lillard? They are actually the second highest duo in points per game this season, right behind Kevin Durant and Devin Booker. That's who the Sixers are going to be facing tonight. They just played against the New York Knicks, and they won the first game of that little two-game set at Madison Square Garden, but they ended up losing the second game. They won the first game 79-73, and the second game they still put up 79 points, but they got outscored as they allowed over 100 points in that game. What is up, everybody? My name is Jason Joseph. This is Play by Play with JJ. We went with a little haircut today, and we got a beard trim, too. It's pretty short, but we're in that mode, man. We're in that mode. It's March. Baseball's just around the corner. NBA playoffs and NHL playoffs are coming up really soon. We're on the road to 1,800. I would really appreciate it if you guys liked and subscribed to the channel and tell your friends about what we do on here, too. We cover the Sixers, the Phillies, and the Eagles, and we do play-by-play all the time, every day, pretty much. With all these teams. All right, so big news today for the Sixers. So in case you are living under a rock in a Sixers world, Joel Embiid, it was reported today by John Clark from NBC Sports Philadelphia, and he said, I'm going to pull up the tweet as we speak, so that way you can hear it from me if you have not heard it at all whatsoever. He said earlier in the day, quote, I'm told Joel Embiid is still on track to return in the first or second week of April before the playoffs. And that is the end of the quote right there. John Clark, of course, covers the Philadelphia, or all the Big Four Philadelphia teams for NBC Sports Philadelphia. And this is really big news. We can talk more about this a little bit later, but just my actual thoughts on it. I'm happy that we have an actual timeline now. I'm happy that a Philadelphia source and not an ESPN source came and told us what's really going on. We don't have a clear date yet, but we have a timeline. So for those people that said that Joel's not going to come back, it seems more than likely that he is. And he has to be healthy, and he needs to be 100%. So that is all I got to say in regards to that. We'll talk more about that probably at another date. I'll probably have a podcast really giving us our thoughts about that. On the go with CeeLo's here. What's going on, man? How you doing? Hardcore for All says the haircut looks really sharp. Thanks, man. I really do appreciate that. But the other thing that we have to talk about, too, is that Kai Jones is now a Philadelphia 76er. It was reported from Shams Charania, who covers the NBA for The Athletic. He tweeted out that, quote, the Philadelphia 76ers, they plan to sign forward/center Kai Jones to a 10-day contract. Jones was the 19th pick in the 2021 NBA draft, returns to the league after being released by Charlotte in October. High upside flyer for 76ers in the 6'11" athlete. And I agree with that. We've been talking for so long that this team needs a rebounder. They need a guy that can go out there, fight for the loose balls, climb the ladder, and corral the misses. And he does add that to this team. Now, he won't play tonight, of course. They're saying that he's going to play on Saturday. And it's funny because they play against the Charlotte Hornets on Saturday, and he was just released by them. So, and that was about a couple of months ago, but I do find that to be kind of funny. And I'm curious to see how he's going to be utilized, how he looks. Apparently, he practiced with the team earlier in the week. It was on Monday, and they liked what they saw. And I think at this point, you have nothing to lose. Joel's going to come back, apparently, either week 1 or week 2 of April, and you can get this guy in there for some action. They need rebounds. They need guys that can just provide some sort of athleticism and be not necessarily a threat in the paint, but somebody that can contribute in that sort of department. And those are my thoughts about that. But I want to hear from you. I want to hear from the people, Sixers Nation. What are your thoughts about Joel Embiid returning? And what do you think of Kai Jones? Do you think that he could be the backup center for Joel Embiid? Are you interested to see what his role is going to be when he first comes here? Do you think that he'll fit with the Sixers team? Let me know what your thoughts are down below. What's up, Katie? How you doing? She says, nice haircut, too. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. I appreciate that so much. All right, so let me know what your thoughts are about Kai Jones and Joel Embiid. Comment down below. Let's get other people to come on here and give their thoughts. I love the Kai move. His tape is great. Yes. Now, I would be naive if I didn't say that he's had his off-the-court issues as well. I honestly haven't looked too much into it. I haven't looked too much into his off-the-court issues, so I can't necessarily talk about that just from the top of my head. But I will say that if the Sixers signed him, I trust them in that regard. And I know it sounds weird because I don't always trust the Sixers front office, but I just don't think that they would allow him to come if he still had some of his issues going on. But that's just me. I would find that really hard to believe. But yes, he has had issues off the court. But I think that those things aside, he's not going to be. I cannot see that dividing the team. You know what I mean? So that's the way I look at it. He's not going to be getting a lot of minutes anyways. So I think that Joel is. If Joel comes back, if it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. It's a 10-day contract. So I think that it's all upside, but I do have to bring that up because that could be a downside to this whole thing. I like to look at a glass half empty, glass half full type of a thing. Why dwell on the negative anyhow? Go with what can you bring me the results in that department? Or what can you bring me in the results department? Yeah, I agree with that. I think that he can do that. So yeah, I agree. All right, we're about ready to get started. Let's make sure that we update our scoreboard. Here are the lineups for tonight. So for the Sixers, they got Tyrese Maxey, Kyle Lowry, Tobias Harris, Kelly Oubre Jr., and Mo Bamba all in the lineup for them. And well, for the Milwaukee Bucks, it's Jay Crowder, Giannis Antetokounmpo, Pat Bev, Damian Lillard, and Brook Lopez. So no Malik Beasley in tonight's game, but Pat Bev, of course, out there in the starting lineup for them. All right, so once again, for the Sixers, I was trying to do something else, but all right. Let's pull this up once again really quickly. All right, so once again for the Sixers, they got Kyle Lowry, Tyrese Maxey, Kelly Oubre Jr., Tobias Harris, Mo Bamba as their starting five. And the Deer have Lillard, Beverly, Crowder, Antetokounmpo, and Brook Lopez. So there's Pat Bev. He's hugging, of course, his former teammates as they're at the Pfizer V Arena, or at the Pfizer V.Forum Arena. And it'll be Brook Lopez, a guy that is 7 feet 1 inch tall, going up against Mo Bamba, who's 7 feet 2 inches tall, listed as. And the Sixers, they tip it around 3 guys, and Tobias Harris comes up with it. So it will be Sixers ball. Harris and the Sixers go from right to left. Sixers in their white and blue uniforms with the blue letters and the numbers on both the front and the back. Maxey finding some daylight for 3, and he starts off the ball game with a bang. A 3-0 start, and Tyrese Maxey lights it up from long distance. We're 30 seconds into this ball game. Here's Damian Lillard. That is Maxey's counterpart. Well, Maxey wasn't guarding him. He was guarding Pat Beverly, but Beverly tried to find Giannis inside, but it was stolen away by Lowry. Lowry with a lob pass to Bamba. Bamba back out to Maxey, who lets it fly again from the far wing. He connects. Maxey putting on a show. He's 2 for 2, and the Sixers up to a 6-0 lead. We're a minute underway. 3-point shot is up, and that's in, but they're going to call a blocking foul. Giannis was trying to go down the lane and be a physical specimen, and it was a personal foul on Kyle Lowry. He tried to draw the he tried to draw the offensive foul, but was not able to do so. So it was a foul on the floor. 6-0 start for Philadelphia. Giannis gets the inbound here, and he'll kick it out to Lopez for a wide-open three. And Brook Lopez, well, that's what he does. He's a center, and he can shoot from anywhere, especially if you leave him wide open. That was from 28 feet, and he stands at 7 feet tall. Harris catches, shoots, lets it fly. That's off the mark. Beverly with the long board, and a handoff to Dame Time. Lillard taking on Maxey. Bouncer in to Giannis Antetokounmpo, who will try to take Harris to school. He'll actually pass the hot potato around the ball, finds Beverly for a wide-open three, and he connects from the far wing. So it's now a 6-6 game. Punch, counter punch. The Sixers started off with 2 threes from Maxey, and the Bucks responded with a 3 from Lopez and 1 from Pat Bev. Maxey gets the ball blocked by Beverly, and it's stolen away by Milwaukee. Giannis with the outlet pass tries to get free, but there's about 4 Sixers in the paint, and they'll have to kick it out to Lillard for a 3 on the far corner, and he nails it. And now it's a 9-0 run by Milwaukee with 9:48 left to go. The Sixers just got caught sleeping on the defensive side. They actually had a lot of attention on Giannis, but then they just could not stop Damian Lillard. Oubre with a step-back J from the far elbow, and Damian Lillard is able to haul it in. Lillard with a dribble handoff to Giannis. Giannis again trying to go to work against Harris. He spins, he rolls, and he posterizes him with a right-handed slam. An 11-0 run by Milwaukee. Fear the deer, they say. And that's going to be a really tough matchup for Tobias Harris because Giannis has been an absolute monster this season, like he has been for over the last 5 seasons or so. Harris gets the handoff, finds Bamba for a 3 on the near corner. Got it! Wow, Mo Bamba able to knock down a 3. The Sixers, they're actually 3 for 4 from downtown. Here's Antetokounmpo again, trying to drive the offense. Handoff to Lillard. Lillard has daylight and cashes through and answers back with a 3 of his own. 14-9. It's good as gold for Damian Lillard. And, well, the Sixers they're going to have to respond and do a better job at guarding the perimeter and make Giannis beat you. Harris is at the top of the perimeter again. Giannis, his defender. Giannis wearing his bright orange shoes. Sixers go from right to left. All right, 5 on the clock. Lowry with a dribble inside. High arcing runner is up and in. That was a rainbow shot over Brook Lopez. Just inside the foul line. How high did it go? I don't know. 14-11. And 8:05 left remaining in the first quarter. Lopez from way downtown again. That's off the mark. Harris is able to haul it in, and he comes up with it. That is his first board of the day. Harris, as soon as Giannis was on him, he decided to kick it out to Lowry. Lowry now back to Harris, who now has Pat Bev on him. He'll try to take him over to work. Brook Lopez comes in for help. He gets double-teamed. Then we have a late foul called on Brook Lopez. He tried to reach in. Harris was on the low block, and Brook Lopez, he realized that there was a mismatch between Harris and Beverly, and he just decided to come in for some help. And, well, he committed a reach-in foul there. So the Sixers will have to refresh our scoreboard. I do apologize about that. We'll do that right now. It's a 14-11 start for Milwaukee. Sixers had a 6-0 run, and then the Bucks responded with an 11-6 run. Lowry with a lob pass. That's denied by Antetokounmpo. It was supposed to go to Bamba, and now a 3-on-1 transition fast break. Antetokounmpo got it. He tries to go with a shot, and it's rebounded by Jay Crowder. Beverly tries to go outside to Damian Lillard, and it's deflected off the hands of Maxey. It goes out of bounds. It's still Milwaukee basketball. 10 seconds left on the shot clock and 7:22 remaining in the first quarter. Sixers have got to do a better job at just guarding the perimeter as Beverly tries to inbound it to Giannis, but we have a whistle called immediately. And I think it's going to just be a kickball violation on Tyrese Maxey. And that's what they'll say. All right, so Beverly will inbound it from the Bucks bench. Catch and shoot from Dame Lillard from the far wing. And Bamba corrals his miss. Sixers could tie it with a 3 or cut the deficit to 1 with a 2. Maxey controlling the tempo, being the maestro. He'll take on Beverly. He'll try to whiz past him. And he tried to drop it off inside, but it ends up going out of bounds. It was supposed to be a little handoff shove to Mo Bamba. And, well, the Sixers turn it over nonetheless, and they have to play defense again. That was a good moment to score. Lillard on the far corner to Brook Lopez. Outlet pass to Giannis, and back out to Beverly for a far corner 3, and he cannot hit that one. Harris trying to go coast to coast, and, well, he doesn't even look at the rim, and he just dribbles it back out towards the three-point line on the far corner. He'll try to take Giannis inside. Lowry, backdoor cut to the basket, and he gets the finish to go. He had a lot of daylight, and Kyle Lowry just came out of nowhere down the lane, and he got the easy layup. 14-13, and it's a 1-point deficit. Giannis trying to take Harris on. Kick out for a three-pointer by Jay Crowder. He was wide open, and Harris grabs the rebound. Lowry trying to reward Harris for his good efforts on the glass. Harris will just hand off the hot potato to Kelly Oubre Jr. 2 jab steps. He'll take it all the way towards the Cub, and the left-handed shot is good by Kelly Oubre Jr. And the Sixers riding the seesaw. It's 15-14. Ball gets knocked loose from Harris off the hands of Antetokounmpo, and we have a Bucks timeout called. It's a turnover on Giannis, and the Sixers will get the ball back, but what a start between both of these teams. Both teams went on a couple of runs, but the Sixers on top right now as we speak. Man, that felt good. Wow. I think that was our I think that was our best first 5 minutes of a call. I do. I think that was really good. And I'm usually really hard on myself, but I think that was professional. All right. Let's keep it going, man. Hopefully you're all doing well. My name is Jason Joseph. This is Play by Play with JJ. Hit that thumbs up button, hit that subscribe button, and turn on the notification bell icon so that way you know when I go live. We covered the Sixers, we covered the Phillies, and we covered the Eagles on here. We do play-by-play for all of their games, and, well, in case you are just tuning in, there's no Malik Beasley tonight for the Milwaukee Bucks. He's been one of the best shooters in the NBA, and he's a guy that can just catch and knock down threes, and also Chris Middleton is out as well for the Milwaukee Bucks, too. They expect him to be back before the next game, so the Bucks go on a West Coast road trip, I believe. Have to double-check that, but he should be back nonetheless the next time that they play. And the Sixers, well, they're still without DeAnthony Melton. They're still without Robert Covington and Joel Embiid, of course. But we did get an update today. In case you are just tuning in, we talked about it a little bit ago. John Clark tweeted out earlier in the day that Joel Embiid is expected to come back either the first week of April or the second week of April. So it seems like that things are working out in the right direction for him, and you just hope that he's healthy and that the Sixers have a chance if he does stay healthy, for sure. We got 19 people on here watching. Hit that thumbs up button if you would like to support the channel. I would really appreciate it. And you can just hit that super chat button down below as well. 3 more likes for us to get to 20. We got 19 people on here. I'm sure that not all of you have hit that thumbs up button. What are y'all waiting for? So Chris Middleton's out with a left ankle sprain. DeAnthony Melton with lumbar spine soreness. And, of course, Covington's still out with his left knee bone bruise. And Embiid is out with a left knee meniscus issue as well. All right, so we're about ready to start off the second part of this first quarter. That was the first timeout taken, and it was by Doc Rivers, former Sixers head coach. First time that he's facing the Sixers at the Pfizer V.Forum, which is his new home. So the Sixers, they have Harris, Bamba, Lowry, Maxey, and Oubre Jr. out there for them. And the Bucks have Crowder, Lopez, Beverly, Lillard, and Portis. Maxey with the double team coming, hands it off to Harris, who cuts back door. Kick out to Oubre for a wide open three on the far corner. They had the look, but they just could not cash in. All right, so it's 15-14, and the rebound ended up going to Lillard. Lillard to Lopez, who catches and fires away. And it's a bomb from three as he connects and hits the trifecta. A 2-point lead for the Bucks. The Sixers are 3 for 5 from the field. Here we go. Lowry trying to go coast to coast, and he finishes with the right hand on the right side of the baseline, and we're back to a deuce. 5:10 remaining in the first quarter. Sixers again going from right to left. The Bucks are going from left to right. Lillard with the ball, gets a little screen set by Lopez. Lopez being rewarded for a long-distance three. It clanks off the back iron, and Harris doesn't even have to jump. He just gets it into the breadbasket. 4:50 left in the first quarter. Harris wants to take on Beverly, and he steps back with a fadeaway jumper. Way too short, but we have a whistle called on Bev. It was a very late whistle, but Tobias Harris will try to put the Sixers out in front with a pair of free throws here. So Lowry, I mean, how about that play? You notice that the defense is sleeping because of a made basket, and Lowry was able to take advantage of that whole thing, and he kissed it off the window inside the lane about 2 feet, or it was really 11 feet away from the basket. But here's Harris at the line. Clappers all being played here at the Milwaukee Stadium, the Pfizer V. Forum, and the first foul shot by Harris is good as gold. Tobias Harris for the Sixers has overall been a very good foul shooter this season, but as of lately, he's been struggling just a little bit. Overall, though, he's shooting at an 88.5% rate at the line. Batum comes in, and Harris' second foul shot is nothing but net. So it's 19-17, Philadelphia up by 2. 4:38 remaining in the first quarter. Crowder, Lopez, Lillard, Portis, and Pat Connaughton. Here is a roller from Jay Crowder that tries to go up, and it rims out. Lowry to Batum with a catch-and-shoot three on the near corner, and that's off the mark. Batum not able to hit from three. He had a lot of wide-open space to do so, but could not come up with it. Portis catches, fires from the top of the key. That's no good. Offensive rebound again by Crowder, who had to step out of bounds, but he was able to get the ball off before, so Connaughton gets it back, and Lopez will just throw it away. It was a turnover by Brook Lopez. He tried to find, I think it was Giannis down, or Pat Connaughton down low, but was not able to do so. A.J. Green, not the A.J. Green that you're thinking of, former NFL player, but the guy for the Bucks only comes in for Milwaukee. 19-17, Maxey with a lost ball off the turnover was pickpocketed by Portis, and he's able to find Connaughton for two. And we're back to a tie game again. It's 19-19 with 3:40 remaining in the opening quarter. Tyrese Maxey gets a screen set by Harris, doesn't know what to do, dribbles around the timeline, bouncer to Harris. Harris catches and fires away. And the bomb is just a little bit too long, and Connaughton leaps up for his miss. Lillard, with trying to part the Red Sea, is able to find Lopez cutting in towards the basket, then he finishes with the two. 21-19, good play on the offense, out in transition by Milwaukee. The Sixers looking to respond here, and we have a timeout called by Nick Nurse. A game of chess between both of these teams. And 3:13 left to go in the first quarter. Sixers will be back as they're down by 2. JJ got a haircut. Yes, sir. Is it possible for Toby to play worse than he did against the Knicks? I don't know, man. I know that a lot of people are going off on Tobias Harris, and rightfully so, because he really has been playing at such an awful level. But I don't want to keep banging that drum. But I will say that, not a lot of people are talking about this, and I kind of want to put a little spin on this. So with what we've heard about Joel Embiid, let's be honest, everybody's game elevates with Joel out there. So if Joel's drawing up the double teams now, maybe Toby gets more looks, and maybe he does better with Joel Embiid out there. So maybe there's a silver lining to this. I don't know. It's clear as day that everybody is struggling without Joel, and that the Sixers aren't the team that they should be with when he's not on the court. But I think that is something that's a positive that we can start to kind of think about, because he was not playing bad with Joel there. He started off the season so good, and we thought maybe Nick Nurse unlocked something out of him. And it's really just been over the last 2 months where he has just been really putrid in regards to just attacking. And so far in tonight's game he's not doing so. But maybe with Joel out there, maybe that'll make a much bigger difference for him. So I wanted to kind of put that little spin on it because I don't think people were talking about that. Harris has 2 left hands, says J Rep. That's funny. Milwaukee up by 2. It's 21-19. There's 3 minutes and 13 seconds to go in quarter number 1. We need 70 more subscribers in order for us to hit 1,800. That's what we're on the road to do. So if you could help out the channel, I would really appreciate it. All right, so Philadelphia trying to respond. How about Giannis Antetokounmpo this season, averaging 30.8 points per game, and his partner in crime, Damian Lillard, averaging 24.4 points per game, and he's also been dishing out the rock really well too, 6.8 assists, and Giannis has been dishing out the rock really well as well. He's averaging about 6.5 rebounds or assists per game. Are the Celtics winning this? The Celtics are not. This is not the Celtics here. The Celtics are winning, though. It's 65-60 at halftime. They play against the Phoenix Suns. All right, so 3:10 left in the first quarter. Maxey with a dribble handoff to Tobias Harris. Harris thought about taking the shot, but again, Lopez came on him, and now he panics. He'll get it back from Maxey, puts up a 2, and that's way too short. The lane jumper was no good. Lillard trying to get a beat on his defender, but he Hield. Count the bucket and 1. Man, oh man, that is just a flash of lightning going by and whizzing all the way past Buddy Hield, who has a little afro going, and that's really cool. Man, it looks really good on him. He has never seen him with an afro before, so he has the little headband on as well, but nonetheless, Damian Lillard able to get a 2 from the lane, and he converts on the three-point play. And the Bucks lead it by 5. 2 minutes and 50 seconds to go in the first. 9 points for Dame and 3 rebounds to go along with that. Bouncer inside from Batum to Hield. Hield with 1 more to Reed, and Reed can't finish through traffic. He was just underneath the rim and could not get it to go. Portis trying to take on Tobias Harris to school. The ball gets knocked loose. It goes into the backcourt, and Lillard will pick it up. 8 on the shot clock. Lillard has to get all the way towards the midcourt, and finally he does so. 4.5 on the shot clock. Dribble handoff to Lopez for a wide open 3, and that was from about 30 feet or so. Paul Reed is able to corral his miss, and Maxey leading the charge on the offensive side. Pick and roll to Reed. Reed does not roll to the basket, though. It was a bouncer, and he'll hand it back off to Batum. Batum with 1 more to Maxey. 10 on the clock. Maxey taking on Dame Lillard. Goes up with a foul line jumper and connects. A fadeaway jumper from Tyrese Maxey. And he was off balance, but it went in regardless. Lillard gets fouled by Hield, or thought he was fouled, I should say. And Buddy Hield is able to get the rebound. I thought he was fouled, too. I thought maybe there was a whistle there, but there was none. Maxey trying to run into the lane, slices and dices, and the offensive rebound by Paul Reed, but it gets knocked loose and stolen back by Pat Connaughton. Oh, my gosh. Paul Reed had it, and he was off balance, and all A.J. Green all he could do is just poke it loose. Lopez underneath the rim goes up with a reverse layup, and he's fouled. He'll go to the line for... Oh, they're going to say it was a turnover. They say that he committed an offensive foul. And that is crazy because it didn't even look like his defender, who was Buddy Hield on him, did not have his feet set. But I don't know if Doc will challenge this or not. I don't think he will. Patrick Beverley comes in, and so does Giannis Antetokounmpo. The Sixers, well, they'll play some chess as well. Kelly Oubre Jr. and somebody else coming in for Philadelphia. I believe it's Paul Reed. 24-21. It's actually KJ Martin 1 minute and 13 seconds to go in the opening quarter. Maxey got the ball not to lose, and he saves it from almost going out of bounds. Reed gets it inside from Martin. Kick out to Hield for a wide-open three. He connects. Buddy Hield ties the game. The Sixers, that's their 5th three today. We're locked in at 24. 55 to go in the first quarter. Portis over at the top of the perimeter. Dribbles with the left hand over KJ Martin. Wants to take him to school. The ball gets knocked loose, and the Sixers have it. KJ Martin got the strip. Buddy Hield got the steal. Hield catches, shoots for three, and he nails it. Oh, my goodness. Buddy Hield able to take over and make 2 big threes. Sixers up by a trace. 30 seconds to go. 13 on the shot clock. Antetokounmpo, backdoor cut to Beverly. It's swapped away by Paul Reed. Reed was able to meet Beverly at the rim. Maxey gets it into the Sixers front court. About half a second separating the shot clock from the game clock. What a play by Reed. He was able to read the defense, no pun intended, and he got a big block there. Oubre with 5 on the shot clock. He gets the ball pickpocketed by Beverly, and, well, we have a whistle. And that'll actually, I don't think that's going to put the Sixers in the bonus. It won't, but that was another foul that they had to give. But what a play by B-Ball Paul. He knew that a little backdoor cut was coming from Antetokounmpo to Pat Bev, and Reed was like, nope, you're not going to get past me. 27-24, Philadelphia up by 3 points. And, well, Nick Batum will come back in for KJ Martin. The Sixers' defense has been really, really solid ever since the first time out was called. Batum with the inbound to Maxey. Maxey trying to take it all the way towards the cup, and he's faster than the speed of light as he's able to knock it down. He went underneath the basket and was able to get the layup. Giannis with a football pass all the way towards the far corner, and that's going to do it. A.J. Green caught it. He was somehow able to stay in bounds, and Green just could not get the shot off in time. But Tyrese Maxey pulling some tricks out of his sleeve and is all fired up. And the Sixers are up by 5 as we go into the second quarter. What does that have in store? That remains to be seen. JJ, don't want to be a Debbie Downer, but putting perfume on a pig, it's still a pig. I don't know what you mean. You're building, they will come. I love that. I love that, man. Mr. Man Created God says, stopping by for another like button pounding, but not again. Not putting myself through it. I don't care about this team until healthy or I'm working and bored. Neither tonight, so keep up the good work. Oh, man. What's up, man? Never mind. Barged into the wrong live. No, you're good, man. You're good, bro. Does the Bucks? If the Bucks win this, can someone guarantee me? Yeah, you were in the wrong one. But lipstick on a pig looks hot. I don't know what you're referencing, but I do appreciate you guys for coming on here. What a game, man. That was a great first quarter for this Sixers team. I'm surprised that they just came firing out of the gates. They look so sharp out there. Maxey starts off with 2 threes, and then, well, it's an 11-0 run by Milwaukee. And again, a timeout called by Nick Nurse. It was not after the 11-0 run, but soon after that. I want to say it was at the time. I can actually look into it right now. But there was about 5 minutes and 55 seconds to go, if I remember correctly, when they called a timeout. It was actually the Bucks that called the timeout then. But where was it? Was that the first timeout called? Yeah, it was. So instead of yeah, it was. It was a 14-11 game, and then the Sixers were able to get a couple of shots. There was one by Lowry. He got a layup off the assist by Tobias Harris, and Kelly Oubre Jr. was able to take a really nice floater to the cup as well. And then Giannis lost it out of bounds, and that's when the first timeout was called. So Nick honestly could have called the first timeout after that 11-0 run that Milwaukee responded with, but he decided not to. And the Sixers, they just were able to go on a little run themselves and force Doc Rivers to call a timeout, and they had the upper hand. So I like that. I like what they're doing so far out of the gates. Now the question is, in this second quarter, can they keep up the momentum, and what lineups are we going to see out there? That's what I'm curious to see. All right, so a 5-point advantage for Philadelphia at the Pfizer V. Forum Arena in Milwaukee. Connaughton back in there for the Bucks. And the Bucks are able to have it to start things off first. The ball got deflected by Oubre, and it went out of bounds, but it'll still be Milwaukee ball. Giannis Antetokounmpo, the Greek freak, he's also back in action too. Sixers are 5 for 9 from 3, and Milwaukee, they're shooting 5 for 13 from 3. So the Sixers have really connected, 2 by Hield, 2 by Tyrese Maxey as well. So Connaughton with a dribble handoff to Antetokounmpo, who steps back for a 2, and that's way too short. It barely hit the front of the rim, and Oubre got the rebound. Sixers also doing a very good job on the glass. Hield gets it on the near wing, pulls up for 2 on the elbow, and that is off the mark. Giannis able to climb the ladder and corral the miss. Antetokounmpo wants to take on KJ Martin, a 7-foot guy going up against a 6'6 guy, and Antetokounmpo stepped out of bounds. Well, he took it towards the baseline, and he lost the ball. The ball actually hit the line, the actual baseline itself. And the Sixers, can they take advantage of this? Campaign, the former Buck, back out there for Philadelphia. Reed with a step back J from the foul line. Too much mustard on that one. Martin tries to tip it in, and instead, Antetokounmpo says, I have it. 20 seconds on the shot clock. Antetokounmpo spinning and rolling, and the ball gets blocked by Paul Reed. Oh, he just met him at the rim. Campaign to Oubre for a 2, and he connects the dots. It twirls around the world. Antetokounmpo went down. He's back up, but Paul Reed making an impact as the rim protector. 31-24. A 7-point advantage. Antetokounmpo with a handoff to Portis. Another dump pass to Pat Connaughton. Connaughton gets it in towards the lane. It's swatted away again by Reed. And we have a foul called. There may have been just a little bit of contact, and there certainly was when you look at the replay. But B-ball Paul, man, on the defensive side, first you stop an alley-oop pass, and then you're able to meet Giannis, who just spun right past Campaign. And this guy who weighs, he's like 7 feet tall and weighs 270 pounds, all muscle. That is just absolutely ridiculous. 31-25, Connaughton at the charity stripe for a pair of foul shots. The first one goes in, and here we go. Second foul shot coming up, and the basketball gods say yes. It rims around the rosy and goes down the drain the second time. A 5-point advantage again for Philadelphia, and we're just 2 minutes into this exciting second quarter. Oubre on the drive, tries to get a beat on his defender, and he draws a foul. So, well, Pat Connaughton was able to draw a foul on the offensive side, and Oubre says, that's what I do for my team, and I'm going to try to get to the line myself, and that's why you love him. This is a guy who's getting paid a veteran minimum of $2.5 million. And, well, the Sixers, he's really worth every penny, and he's been the third best player, arguably, on this Sixers team. First foul shot, it goes in and out. So it does blanks off the side of the rim. Over the last 6 games for Oubre, he's averaging 22 points per game. He's shooting 41% from the field and averaging just less than 6.5 rebounds, which honestly is pretty good for his size. 6.3 rebounds per game. He goes 1 for 2 from the line. Sixers lead it by 2 possessions. Doc Rivers telling his team to get back on offense. Antetokounmpo with a drive. He'll kick it out again to Connaughton, who's on the far corner. Connaughton with the feed inside to Giannis. Giannis trying to go to work past 2 defenders, and he's able to fizzle his way through and go down with the right-handed sledgehammer on Reed himself. 32-28. Oubre, well, the ball was in Campaign's hands. He was in the Sixers' front court, and he tried to find Oubre, but unfortunately, it was just too far over towards his right side, and the Bucks will get it back. Sixers, hopefully they can take advantage on the defensive side and that the Bucks don't make them pay. Antetokounmpo spinning, but he can't get by his defender. And he'll try to go for a little hockey assist here as a jumper is up, and that just twirls around and goes in. It's 32-30. And A.J. Green with an 18 step back. It was an 18-foot step back jumper. Martin Jr., a dribble handoff to Oubre, who's at the foul line extended. Wants to take on his defender Green. He almost had him, and he couldn't get the teardrop. It's stolen back, though, by Reed. Well, Reed for three at the top of the perimeter. Connects. Paul Reed again making a big impact on both sides, and he got rewarded by himself for a three. Well, he stole it off the hands of A.J. Green, who got the rebound, and I didn't see what was going to happen. Giannis falls out, and, well, they say he stepped out of bounds again, over down low on the block. He was towards the baseline and just had his right foot out of bounds. You got to be careful and watch your footing. KJ Martin, let's give him a lot of credit, too, for the defense that he's providing on Giannis as well. It's 35-30. Both teams have scored 6 points in this second quarter. Oubre met with a lot of traffic down low. A dribble handoff to Reed. Reed to Payne, who runs into the lane. A kick out to KJ Martin. Reed with 5 on the shot clock. Reed will try to pass it to Hield. Hield goes inside. A drop-off pass, and we have a very late foul called with about half of a second, and it'll be on Antetokounmpo again. The good job by the Sixers to improvise there. So Reed was actually supposed to get the ball, and you thought that he was going to shoot it, but he waited about a couple of seconds, and the defender came right on him, and he had to improvise, and Buddy Hield was over towards his left. He handed it off to him, and then Buddy was able to just drop a dime inside to Martin, and Martin went up with a shot, and he got fouled with the shot clock ready to expire. The first foul shot is good as gold. KJ, well, he's averaging about 3.5 points per game in 11.5 minutes per game. First foul shot was good. The second one is able to get the friendly roller, and the Sixers up by 7 now. So he goes 2 for 2 from the line, and this is a guy who averages about 61% from the charity stripe for his career. And, well, the Sixers will certainly take 2 of 2. Bobby Portis Jr. taking on Paul Reed. Handoff to Pat Connaughton. 5 on the clock. Connaughton. Well, we have a whistle called. It'll be on Connaughton himself. I could not tell. It was a very late call. The Sixers will get the ball back. I think that Connaughton picked up his pivot foot. I didn't see a travel violation per se, but, well, the Sixers get it back. It's 37-30. We'll see what ESPN has to say in just a few moments. Reed got knocked into the head, but the whistles remain silent there. That was off the ball. Payne has the ball. He's at the top of the perimeter. Wants to dance all over his defender. Kick out to Kelly Oubre for 3. It's a little short. That was from the far corner. And Giannis comes up with the loose change on the other end. He'll try to take it from C to Shining C, but instead kick it out to Connaughton. One more down low to Portis. Portis able to fizzle his way through, and he got it. Oh, Bobby Portis standing in the dunker spot. You thought maybe Giannis was going to take it, but he decided not to. Oubre trying to go up with a contact, and he got the little teardrop to go. No foul called, though. 39-32, a 7-point deficit for Milwaukee, and the Sixers are playing really strongly so far. Antetokounmpo again gets the ball on the block. He'll take on Martin. Double team coming. Drop-off pass inside to Portis. The ball gets knocked off the hands of Oubre, and last touch by Portis Jr. again. Lots of turnovers in this quarter for Milwaukee, and the Sixers playing incredible defense. Payne gets some space for a bomb, and he nails it. Timeout again called by Doc Rivers. The nurse out-coaching the doc so far in this game. How about that campaign, man? A little screen comes. He's like, I'm going to take it. Bullseye. What a game. Now, this is awesome. Let's go, Sixers. Larry says, and rebounds. Yeah, they're rebounding the ball, too. So let's double-check this really quickly. So how many turnovers do the Bucks have? Let's talk about that right now. And let's also just mention that this defense is ridiculously incredible. So far, you know how many turnovers they have? They have 10 turnovers, the Bucks. 10 turnovers. That is wild. The Sixers only have 5. This is a great effort by this team. A lot of life to them. They look poised. They look absolutely fierce. I think that's a good word to say. Fierce. Like nobody can stop them. and they feel like that they can play really scrappy basketball. And I like that. I really like that, especially from this team, because they have not always played like that. In the last game, they let up so many points against the New York Knicks, and they just did not play that brand of basketball. They really didn't. Hardcore law, I'm glad someone did. Larry, I got your campaign joke the other night, by the way. Did you like it when I said the doctor out coaching the nurse? I liked that. 29 people on here watching. The name is Jason Joseph. We go by JJ on here. You can make sure you like and subscribe and turn on the bell icons. We are we call Sixers games. We call Phillies and Eagles games as well. We're on the road to 1800. So if you can subscribe to the channel, we need 17 more people to help us out with that. But we love each and every one of you. And for those of you that have stuck with us ever since day one, appreciate that. You guys are the best. You guys are family. And I love each and every one of you. Sixers up by 10. Well, it's been a game of runs, which is how basketball goes. Well, the Sixers, I did want to say, of course, they've weathered the storm without Joel Embiid because he's really been that much of an impact for them. The Sixers, I saw that they were like 9-20 without him, and they were 26-9 with him, 26-8 with him. So you want to just make sure that he has a little bit of a cushion, like when he comes back, and the Sixers aren't necessarily fighting for a play-in spot, but we'll just have to wait and see what happens. Most likely that may be the case here. Lillard gets the inbound, a drop-off inside to Giannis. Giannis trying to go up with a shot. It gets blocked by Martin, but a foul called immediately by the refs. All right, so 6 minutes and 50 seconds remaining in this second quarter. There's KJ Martin. He's wearing his white headband, and he's one of the guys that was acquired by the Sixers during the James Harden trade. And Giannis, who's going to go to the line, will shoot 2 free throws. In the last game, Giannis, when they played against the Sacramento Kings, they ended up losing, but Giannis had a game high of 33 points. He's averaging, again, 30.8 points per game, and that's in about 35 minutes. And first foul shot, that is off. He goes to the line on average about 11.5 times per game, and he is about a 70% foul shooter. Just about. So he is 0 for 1 so far from the line. Also averages about 11.2 rebounds per game as well. He's 29 years old. Of course, was drafted back in 2013. He's 6'11", but he looks a little bit taller than that. They say that he's 6'11", but some people have said that he's about 7 feet 1 inch tall. And he does drain the second foul shot. So that cuts the deficit to 9. Payne, Hield, Reed, Oubre, and Martin out there for Philadelphia. 5 on the clock. Payne steps back, lets it fly, and hits the trash can. 45-33. Sixers lead it by a dozen. Payne able to make a statement against his former ball club. Lillard dribbles around the screen. Connaughton cuts to the lane to kick out all the way to Green for a 3, and he connects from the far corner. And, well, they answer back with a trifecta. Payne, again, a pass of the hot potato to Buddy Hield. They swung it around the timeline. Hield inside to Martin. Martin one more to Oubre for 3. It's just a little bit off the mark. Close but no cigar for Kelly Oubre Jr. A 9-point lead for Milwaukee. Antetokounmpo able to dribble around the timeline, and he'll just try to search for Connaughton. Connaughton tries to go past the trees but can't get the layup to go. Sixers out in transition. 5:38 remaining in the opening half. 45-36 Philadelphia. Lillard defending Payne. Reed with the screen. Reed at the top of the key now, and a dribble handoff to Hield, who's at the foul line. Wants to get a jump on somebody. Kick out to Payne again for another wide open 3. They can't guard him. He's unstoppable in this second quarter. 48-36 as he hits a bullseye again from way downtown. Lopez from outer space with a bomb. No good. A tip out from Antetokounmpo to A.J. Green, who was on the far wing for 3, and he was just able to cash it in. Man, that is just like a spike from Giannis Antetokounmpo. He was playing volleyball in this basketball game. A 9-point lead for Philadelphia. 4:48 left to go in the second quarter. Payne staring at the ring of fire. He'll try to go to work here. Step back, pull-up jumper. Kissed it off the window and in. 50-39. Cam Payne is lighting it up in Milwaukee. An 11-point lead now for Philadelphia again. 4:28 left to go in the second quarter. Giannis gets past the trees, goes down with a 2, and he's fouled. He did not connect, but he'll try to earn his points at the line. Man, oh man, Cam Payne, they're just not guarding him. And this kind of reminds you a little bit of when Doc Rivers was coaching for the Sixers. There were times where guys would just get left wide open, and if they keep shooting the basketball really well, you got to make them pay. And Doc and the defense not able to get in contact, or in sync, I should say, with one another. They can't close out on Cam Payne, and now that has to become a part of the game plan for sure. 50-39. Giannis takes a quick breather and puts up the first foul shot. It's a little line drive laser, but it just bounces off the back of the iron, and it'll clank out towards the left. Bamba steps back in for Reed. 4:24 in this second quarter. 5-4-4 for Giannis, the Greek Freak. Well, he's been pretty quiet in this game, and that's because Paul Reed and KJ Martin have been very physical with him. 4:24 left to go, as we just mentioned. Giannis is just 1 for 3 at the line. He takes another quick breath, takes a dribble, and he'll go up with the shot as he bends his knees and puts up the form, and it rims around the rosy and goes down the toilet bowl again. 10-point lead in this ball game for the 76ers. 4:18 left to go. All right, Batum with a dribble handoff to Mo Bamba, who will pass the rock to Payne. Payne tried to kick it out to somebody. The ball got deflected. He comes back up with it, regathers himself, and Lopez able to come up with a little block there. Lopez actually got it right underneath the basket. Antetokounmpo with the feed down low. Kick out to Lopez. Lopez back to Antetokounmpo. Will take on Mo Bamba, his defender. And Bamba trying to stand his ground. Antetokounmpo goes up with a shot, and he earns his stripes. He'll try to earn his stripes at the line. Mo just able to elbow him or slap him right on the elbow. And that is just a careless foul there. You got to play a little bit more physical than that and just, I don't know, try to just get in his way, but he didn't even jump. Regardless, Giannis back at the line again, and that's probably what the Bucks are going to try to do, just to slow the tempo down, because the Sixers are really scoring a lot of points in the fast break in this game in particular. So in order for you to slow them down, you got to try to give the ball to the big man and make him work at the line. So Giannis at the foul line, and the first foul shot is good. And it's a 9-point game. Harris checks in for KJ Martin. What's up, Texas Repo? JJ, it's good to see you. I'm listening to Wizards versus Rockets. Houston, 4 games out of the playoffs. I appreciate you for coming on here, though, and supporting the channel. Thumbs up button, guys, and subscribe. So Antetokounmpo with 6 points and 4 rebounds and 4 dimes as well. He's dripping with a lot of sweat. From Athens, Greece. And the second foul shot is good as gold. Hield having a conversation with Lowry over on the sideline. He's actually sitting on the bench right next to him. And, well, Batum back out there for Philadelphia. Lots of dribble handoffs so far between Maxey and Bamba. They play a game of catch. Maxey tries to dribble around the timeline. The ball goes out of bounds. It was last touched by Milwaukee. And Bamba, I thought maybe he got a piece of the rock last, but they don't say that. It'll be Sixers ball here. Beverly was chirping a little bit with Tyrese Maxey, just all for fun and games. And Giannis will take a quick sip of Gatorade as he goes over towards the bench, and he'll take a quick breather as well. So let's see here. I was a little confused because Maxey tried to hand it off at the very last second. You couldn't necessarily see it from our vantage point, but it went out of bounds, and it'll be Sixers ball. All right, so Bamba will get it in. A little lobber inside towards the three-point arc. Batum, again, catches the rock. Batum to Lowry. 2 on the shot clock. Teardrop, it's up, and he goes up with a shot, and a shot clock violation is called. Lowry did everything that he possibly could. Oh, they're going to say it's a foul, and Lillard wants to review it. Damian Lillard calling for a review. Lowry went up with a shot in midair. I didn't see any sort of a foul call. That was out of the shot. There was some contact, but you couldn't tell because the refs were out of the picture. But yeah, some contact right at the elbow, or right at Lowry's elbow, and they're going to review this, I believe. Is this a challenge? I don't think so. But Damian Lillard not happy with that call. And we'll review this, and we have a timeout. Huh. That's weird. Let's see. What the heck is wrong with this? Okay, let's refresh that. Bucks call timeout, so they're going to challenge it. Yeah, it was a shooting foul. Very late whistle. What's up, everybody? Hopefully you're all doing well. Comment if you are here listening in the live chat. I want to see who else is still here with us. Hit that thumbs up button. Did we get to 30 likes yet? I don't know if we did, but that would be really, really nice if we did. We got 32. Let's go! The air horn's a little bit louder because I added some new sound effects on here, and in order for the other sound effects to play, I had to make things a little bit louder. William says says here. All right, roll call. Who's present? No, I'm kidding. Hardcore for all raises his hand. I'm taking attendance, guys. Who's here? Oh, man. Larry says still here. Larry, you enjoying this game as much as the other people on here? I don't know why I asked that because that was a dumb question. I don't know. I didn't know what to say. So that was the first thing that came to my mind. Okay, so what? So I think that we have more people on here now, and I want to ask this question to you guys because for those of you that weren't here, you didn't get to answer this, of course, because you didn't know. But I did want to ask, what do you think? Do you think that Kai Jones, bringing him in, is a good move? And how do you think he'll be utilized? For those of you that did not know, Kai Jones just signed a 10-day contract with the Sixers. He's a backup forward/center. And, if it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. But he can rebound. He can play some minutes off the bench and give you some good quality athleticism. So, for sure, so much better than the last couple of games. I mean, this is almost a fully healthy Bucks team, even though they're missing Chris Middleton and Malik Beasley. Almost said Michael Beasley. You know I'm a Rockets fan, but I'm also a Houston Cougars fan. Go Cougs, he says. Houston. Is that Houston to Dave? No, it's Texas Repo. Worth a shot. Got to try something, says Larry. All right, so let's see what the challenge is. So the call was overturned. The Bucks do retain their timeout, and that looked like it was the right call. It was a good contest by Damian Lillard. What happened was that the Bucks challenged the play. Kyle Lowry got the inbound. He had to go up with a little high-arcing runner with about 1.5 seconds left on the shot clock, and Lillard did a good job at guarding it right inside the foul line. And so there's no foul, and Milwaukee keeps their timeout here. And, of course, it was a shot clock violation, and Milwaukee should have the ball, and they will. Crowder, Lopez, Beverly, Lillard, and Green in the green. And in the white, it's Harris, Bamba, Lowry, Maxey, and Batum. Okay, excuse me. Lillard over at the logo. Pass all the way to Green. Green lets it fly from the near wing. He had a lot of space, but Maxey is able to leap up for the rebound. He's at the top of the key. Step back and a kick out to Lowry. Lowry back to Maxey at the top of the perimeter. He wants to dance all over Crowder, but we have a whistle called, and it's going to be against Philadelphia, or actually it's going to be against Milwaukee, I should say. Is that a defensive 3-second violation? It is. It's a hold on Brook Lopez for standing in the paint for more than 3 seconds, and Maxey will be elected to go to the line for the Sixers, and the first foul shot is no good, It just rimmed out, and the Sixers still get the ball back anyways, but you need every single point that you can. 2:58 remaining in the opening half in Milwaukee. An 8-point advantage for Philadelphia as they get to the 50 mark. Bamba with the dribble handoff to Batum. Batum, a kick out to Harris. Harris dribbles around the screen, and we have a foul again. It's called on Mo Bamba. He got caught for an illegal screen. Crowder got elbowed right into the face, and another careless turnover by Philadelphia. Bamba tried to set the screen, but it was a little bit, it's not necessarily excessive, but he just elbowed him there, and it was a little bit aggressive. But 2:52 left to go in the second quarter, and Milwaukee has the basketball. Lillard with the rock, again with a little crossover against Nick Batum. Now they get the switch. Bamba's on him. And Lopez goes into the lane. And, well, Lillard plays checkers while the Sixers were playing chess. And Lopez got the mismatch of Tyrese Maxey on him. That's a guy that's about 9-10 inches smaller than him. About 9 or so. And he got the layup to go. Lowry dribbles it out towards the Pfizer V.Forum sign. 8 on the clock here. Batum with the screen. Lowry lets it fly from way downtown. Too much mustard on that one. And Beverly corrals the miss again. Lillard out in transition. Lob pass inside, and the feed goes to Antetokounmpo, who throws it down in flight mode. Man, oh man. The little alley-oop pass from Lillard to Antetokounmpo, and that was absolutely filthy. A 4-point lead now for Philadelphia. Can they put the smoke out of the fire here? 1:48 remaining in the second quarter. Lowry to Maxey, who flashes into the lane and gets the right-handed finger roll finish to fall again. The speed of lightning is able to maximize his effort, and that's Tyrese Maxey. 90 seconds remaining in the opening half. Beverly, a little lobber to Brook Lopez, who dribbles around towards the right side. Alley-oop pass inside to Antetokounmpo. He has to regather himself. He lost his footing, and he goes back up with a hook shot, and it's 52-48. That was about about an inch away from the basket. Maxey pulls up from the parking lot and is able to swish it from outer space. 55-48. Maxey able to make a 26-footer. And the Sixers are 10 for 17. That was his first 3 since he made his first 2 to start off the ball game. Lillard dribbling around the timeline again. Stops on the far wing. Bouncer to Lopez. One more to Crowder for 3. And he's able to throw down the flamethrower for a bomb. On the near corner. And he answers back with a 3. 4-point lead for the Sixers. 35 on the clock. Left to go here in the second quarter. And Maxey and Crowder got a little bit chirpy with each other. Crowder fouled Maxey, and they were having some words with each other, and the ref had to separate them here. And I don't know what the ref is signaling. They're signaling to review something, and I'm a little confused. So Maxey and Crowder had a little verbal exchange here as Maxey knocked right into him, and then Crowder got a little entangled with Maxey. And that was all on Crowder. Well, oh well, 33.8 seconds to go. You can't take out our guy. That's just crazy. All right, so a technical foul called on Jay Crowder as the refs are talking things over here. Crowder there was a little bit of some contact between Maxey and him, and then Crowder was just able to put his right hand right where Maxey's left wrist was, and he tried to entangle him like really aggressively and was like, yo, what the heck are you doing? So they're at the scorer's table, and let's see if it was just more than a technical foul on Jay Crowder. That is the question. Again, the Sixers are up by 4 points. My name is Jason Joseph. This is Play-by-Play with JJ. Hopefully you're all doing well and having yourselves a very fantastic night. Hit that thumbs up button and hit that subscribe button. We got 32 likes on here. Let's double check that and refresh the page right now as we're in this little timeout here. It's not really a timeout, but it's a timeout on the court. Both 2 of the 3 refs are at the scorer's table to see what to talk to Secaucus, New Jersey, and see if there's going to be anything else here, anything excessive. So Crowder, again, actually grabbed onto Maxi's right elbow, and Maxi was like, no, you can't do that. Like, why are you trying to grab onto my elbow? What the heck? But this is what you like, man. The Sixers are causing this. They are really trying to make Milwaukee work here and do a really good job. So it's just a technical foul on Crowder for now. No, Maxey gets called for a technical foul too. He's pointing at himself, saying, I got called for a tech too. So is it a double tech? Can't tell. 33.8 seconds left regardless in this second quarter here. Let's see. Maxey shook hands with Crowder, so I guess that they settled whatever the little dispute was on the court. And they seem to be okay. So Harris will be going to the line to shoot the technical foul free throw, and only is able to hit it. I was a little confused as to what Maxey was not happy about, but it's 56-51. Philadelphia up by 5. Harris makes the technical free throw, and Philadelphia will have Batum inbound it. Maxey and Beverly are talking things over, both former teammates when Beverly was in Philadelphia, of course. Beverly got knocked by Maxey. Maxey gets set free for a 3, and he throws it down. Well, he got the inbound pass, and Maxey able to hit from long range again. 8-point lead for the Sixers, and 7 seconds separating the shot clock from the game clock. Lillard slowing things down, trying to milk the clock down, and he'll take it to the top of the key. The three-point shot, it's chucked, and Giannis grabs the miss. Antetokounmpo down low, goes up with a little reverse layup with the right hand, and he got it to fall. 59-53, Maxey with the quick inbound, pulls up from the parking lot, and it's airballed. Batum got the rebound, goes up with a shot, and he nails it. Nick Batum able to get the air ball, and just with about a second left, he put up a little prayer and was able to get it to go. Not really a tough shot, but he just had to release it quickly, and Nick Batum has the quickest trigger on the Sixers team, and they're up by 8 points with a little buzzer beater and a little bit of some cushions as well. Let me go into halftime. All right, I'm going to take a quick step off. I will be right back. Comment down below what your thoughts are on this game. I will be right back in just a few moments, and we can share your thoughts for sure. If you just subscribed to my channel, thank you so much for doing that. Comment who you are down below. Be right back. Got to take a sip of water. See you soon. back in action. We're in halftime right now. Philadelphia has an 8-point lead. Before I do get to your comments, of course, some housekeeping stuff. Make sure you hit the thumbs up button and subscribe to the channel. Algo Gang, of course, do your thing. We're on the road to 1,800. We just got a subscriber tonight. Thank you so much, whoever just did that. I really do appreciate that. Tell your friends, tell your family, tell Sixer Nation about this channel. If you know people that love listening to good play-by-plays, that's what we do on here, guys. Whether you're out of the market, whether you like Kate Scott, whether you like Alla, whether you like Matt Murphy. Matt Murphy's awesome. Of course, Tom McGinnis, too. If you like any of those people, but you also like tuning in to good play-by-play, that's what we do on here, man. That is what we do on here. So Larry says Sixers and JJ are in the zone. Yeah. I think that this has been a great game tonight that we've called. But all right, 8-point lead at the half. I didn't expect that. Neither did I, to be honest with you. With the way that this team came out of the gates yesterday or on Tuesday, no, I did not expect that. But here is where I got to give Nick Nurse his flowers again. And this comes with coaching. I said it before, but I'll say it again. For those of you that didn't hear me, Cam Payne in the first half, okay, he goes on that little spurt there. Let's double check this here because I want to make sure I have this correct. Cam Payne has, in this ball game, 11 points. He's leading the Sixers off the bench. He's 3 for 3 from 3. And guess what? They're wide open looks. And now, Doc was not able to adjust after the second 3 was made in a row. Right on the next offensive possession by the Sixers, and Payne has the hot hand, well, guess what? You're going to keep feeding it to him. And Doc does not close out. The Bucks don't close out on defense. That's on coaching. And Nick Nurse deciding to continue to give Cam Payne the rock and having him go up with the shots, that is Nick Nurse versus Doc Rivers right there. And it is such a breath of fresh air that he is on our side. Maxey has 18 in this game. They're running the ball through him. Maxey has been a very big burst of lightning. I think that the concussion has settled, and he's actually getting back into quite a great rhythm. Nobody can stop Tyrese Maxey in the perimeter, on the perimeter, with this Bucks defense. I noticed that every time he'll just whiz by Damian Lillard down low, and I've said maybe a flash of lightning. I called him a flash of lightning maybe 2 times today. That's the best way I can describe it. I think I also said faster than the speed of light. But yeah, you understand that little analogy there. That is why the Sixers are winning this game. And they're also rebounding really well. Paul Reed, are you kidding me? A block off the backdoor cut by Pat Bev. You think that Giannis is going to take the shot over KJ Martin. Giannis finds Pat Bev backdoor, and Reed's like, nope, I'm not going to fall for that. I'm going to go at the rim, and I'm going to go get the block. And he was right. He read it perfectly. It's kind of like in the NFL when you have a defense that just reads the play perfectly before it even happens. Reed knew it, and he went and he stuck with his guns. That was excellent. And then he gets a steal off of a rebound by I forget who it was. I think it was A.J. Green. He strips the rebound away, grabs it, goes out to the three-point line, shoots it off the dribble. They leave him wide open, and he knocks it down. At some point, you got to guard Paul Reed from 3. He's getting wide open looks, and he's shooting 41% from 3, ladies and gentlemen. Crazy. You may want to get a body on him. I'm just saying. Crazy. Absolutely wild. But yeah, what are your thoughts, man? What are your thoughts? I like Matt Guitar Murphy. Matt Guitar Murphy is cool. If Sixers win, I'll eat another shoe, says J Rep. And Larry's like, shoes. Yeah. Well, if you're in the Sixers shoes right now, you've got to be very happy with how they've been performing. You love that transition. You love that segue. I did that. That was beautiful. But yeah, so I did want to also announce to you guys that on Monday night, when the Sixers play against the Miami Heat, we're going to be once again on Philly Take with RB's channel. We're not going to be calling the game on here. So tell your friends, tell your family, tell your wives, tell your husbands, tell your kids, tell your grandkids, or your great-grandkids if you have any, that's where we'll be. I'll also post it on the community tab. Yeah. The Sixers are also doing really well in the transition game. Sorry, Larry wrote transition, and that just made me think about the transition game and the fast break. So, yeah, they're doing a good job with that. Team stats. All right, what we'll do is we'll pull up the stats for you guys so that way you can see it for yourself. Where are we? We'll do window capture, and then we'll go to... Not Sixers stats, not Bucks stats, not any of those. Where is it? Sixers versus Bucks. Is this it? Yeah, there we go. We love it. Okay, so here we go. I'm going to pull it over here so that way you guys can see right now. You can't see the total points. Oh, I got to put this above this? Okay, well, that's good to know. There we go. Okay, so I think that we still got to make it a little bit bigger. Come on, JJ. Come on, what are you doing? What are you doing? Why did they put points on the end? I've never understood that, by the way. I just have never. Okay, so there we go. So Batum has 2 points. Martin has 2 points. These are not the Sixers starters. This is just the bench. All right, and then we'll go up here. There we go. Tobias Harris with 3. Bamba with 3 and 2 as well. And Maxey with 18 points in this game. That's been the biggest difference, in my opinion. I want you to see how they're doing against Giannis. Okay, Giannis, this is the big number to me. Yeah, he's 5 for 8. But do you see that 8 number right there? Do you see that? I don't know if you can see the cursor. Can you see the cursor when I put it over here? I don't think you can. But anyhow, that 5 for 8 number, if you can see that at the very top, only 8 shot attempts. For Giannis, that is not, it's not bad, but it's not who he is. So, again, Sixers defense deserves a lot of credit. He's had 4 turnovers today. 4 turnovers. Only 4 assists. 4 assists for him is not bad. He averages about 6. 5 rebounds. It's just been quiet. They've taken him out of the game. Now, you can't wake up the beast, and you can't poke the bear, okay? If he's not, eventually he might get going in the second half. And I'm curious to see what the defensive adjustments are going to be, but at the same time, I can't lie to you. I can't lie. It's nice when the Sixers are actually able to take him out of the game. Brook Lopez has 10 points, 3 assists, 1 steal as well, 2 turnovers. The bench, A.J. Green has 8 points. Pat Connaughton has 4. Bobby Portis has 2, but Bobby Portis, who has been another, like one of those guys that's just so good against the Sixers, he's been quiet today as well. And anything can happen here. Okay, I know that they're missing Malik Beasley. I know that they're missing Chris Middleton. Chris Middleton is like their 3rd best player. But we've seen this team win without both of those guys. And the fact that they're playing the Sixers without Joel, that's pretty impressive for the Sixers. This is an impressive start. Adjustments? Doc doesn't make adjustments. That's the podcaster of me. You caught me. You caught me. Their big guy can take over a game, though. That's why I say you don't want to poke the bear. But let's also give more flowers to Nick Nurse, too, because KJ Martin has not been playing a lot of minutes over the last 5 games. And he decides to go with KJ versus Giannis because he matches athleticism with athleticism. It's not rocket science. I still wish that they would play Ricky Council IV. I still would like to see that, but at this point, I think I've come to accept the fact that that's probably not going to happen, and you're mostly going to see Ricky play in more of a, like if you're up by 20 points or whatever, like he'll come in during, they call it garbage time. I don't usually like to call it garbage time on here, but sometimes I do, but I don't really like to use that term. But anyhow, that's when he'll probably come in. It is what it is with that, but I like the Kai Jones move because it does give them more athleticism, and he can do a lot more. But the bottom line is that in this game in particular, he said, okay, I'm going to put Mo Bamba in there, but then 3 minutes into this, I'm going to put in KJ Martin and try to match up my athleticism and just get as many bodies as I can on the Greek Freak. And again, it has worked so far. It really has. Will he keep it up? I think he should, and I think he will. History says that he will, so but that's coaching right there. Rotations have looked phenomenal tonight. I loved the lineup where Kyle Lowry, Buddy Hield, it was Kyle Lowry, Buddy Hield, Kelly Oubre Jr., KJ Martin, and Paul Reed. That lineup, that athletic lineup was so good. And they did really well to start off the second quarter. Cleanup time. Kai Jones has been the difference for the Sixers, and he makes his debut on Saturday. I actually think that, in all honesty, the news about Joel Embiid coming back from John Clark, that also, as weird as this sounds, that could also be a boost for the team because, not everybody knows what's going on with him as far as his teammates go. So when they hear this stuff from the media, that also is a little bit more of an adrenaline rush too. And you're in Milwaukee. You're at Milwaukee, this team that's fighting for a second seed that has been a top team, one of the eyes of the prizes, if you will, or somebody that's like in your way, that's always in your way, along with Boston. Those are the teams that you want to beat. Giannis gets compared as the best player in the world, or he's up there in the top 5. Well, guess what? You're making him work. Continue to do that. Don't take your foot off the gas pedal. Don't step on the brake, and just keep going. All right? Those are my thoughts. Joel will be rusty when he comes back. Yeah, I agree. Of course he's going to be rusty, but hopefully it won't be too much rust. All right, DFJ's here. All right, what's going on, man? We're about ready to start off the third quarter. We're actually ready to start off the third quarter. I stand corrected. Milwaukee has the ball first. They go from right to left. Lillard tries to scoop it up and in, and Lowry is able to put an end to Damian Lillard's shot there. Maxey gets it at the top of the perimeter. He'll bounce it back to Bamba for a wide-open 3, and that goes in and out. Maxey thought he had a nice pass, and it was a nice pass. Bamba was left wide open. He can shoot it if he's left wide open, but just could not convert. All right, so we're 40 seconds into this third quarter. Crowder needs help. He'll just sky pass it all the way to Pat Bev. Bev is able to zoom it out to Brook Lopez for 3. And again, the Sixers, they should know better. You can't leave him wide open, especially when he's on that far wing, because that's one of his sweet spots. He's a good three-point shooter, averaging a lot of points from 3 this season, and that's really been a big part of his game throughout his career. Maxey dribbles around the timeline, underhanded pass to Harris for 3. Swish goes the basketball. Harris able to hit the three-pointer wide open, and Tyrese Maxey able to get the apple. 64-56 behind the back bounce pass from Lillard to Antetokounmpo. The duo, Lillard to the Greek Freak. Passing the hot potato out to Lopez. And here's Beverly. They swing it around the timeline. Ball finds Crowder. 4.5 on the shot clock. A pump fake and a 2 with the contest by Lowry. And it's rebounded by Tobias Harris. Great defense by Kyle Lowry, who was able to just play good, solid defense on the guy that's about 4 inches taller than him. Harris trying to be aggressive. Goes up with a floater. And he can't get the friendly bounce. Oh, man, just a little bit of a hard touch. And it bounces out of the bowl. Antetokounmpo with the board, and he'll advance it into the front court. 2 minutes into this third quarter, Giannis gets past the trees. Lowry tried to sacrifice his body, but, well, it's a blocking foul called on Kyle Lowry. Love the effort, though. He tried to plant a seed into the ground, and Giannis was just able to get there about a half step before his feet were totally set, and he'll earn his stripes at the line. So Giannis is just 2 for 4, or 4 for 6 from the line today, and he's been playing in 20 total minutes of this game. 1 steal, 4 turnovers, just 14 points for him, and, well, he averages about 30.8 points per game. First foul shot, it goes in and out. He cannot hit. Giannis is also shooting 66% from the line, which is his second worst ever. He actually shot 64.5% last season and has averaged about 11 free throws per game on 7.3 makes. The second foul shot coming right up, and here it is. Giannis nails it. 7-point ball game in Milwaukee at the Pfizer V. Forum Arena. 9:50 remaining in the third quarter. 64-57, Lowry, Maxey, Bamba, Harris, and Oubre out there for the Sixers. Maxey fires it from the pond, and he throws down a firework from 3 again. His 4th three-pointer of the ball game. And he continues to light up the arena as they're stunned. 67-57. Here's Lillard with a kick out to Crowder for 3, and he answers back with a far corner trifecta. 7-point advantage for Philadelphia, and now they're looking to respond again. Maxey dribbles around his defender, a cut pass to Kyle Lowry, and Lowry dribbles it back out to the logo, and he'll try to take on Patrick Beverley. That's the guy that he was replaced with. And we have a foul called on Bev. Or will be on Lillard. It is on Damian Lillard. Beverley did make some contact, though, too. And the Sixers will inbound it once again. I love the matchup that Kyle Lowry and Patrick Beverley are having against each other as well. That was really nice. Here's Harris with a low drop-off pass inside to Oubre. And Oubre almost got the jam, but it goes out. Great play call again by Nurse. Here's Antetokounmpo with a bounce pass. He tried to actually go inside, and Maxey sacrificed his body, and Giannis with his 5th turnover of the ball game. Maxey was able to just plant his feet right in the lane. Giannis elbowed him in the stomach, and Maxey was the one that went tumbling down, and the ref signaled for a charge. Philadelphia with the inbound. Lowry inbounds it to Maxey. Maxey working on Damian Lillard. That matchup has worked. Let's see who wins this battle. Maxey thought about taking the foul line jumper, and he'll just hand it off to Lowry. Lowry being guarded by Antetokounmpo in the far corner at the three-point line. Gets the ball knocked away, and it goes out of bounds towards the baseline, and the Sixers will still have possession of the ball. It was last touched by Antetokounmpo. And how about Kyle Lowry able to just play some really good offense? And even though Giannis was not playing bad defense or anything, he almost got a step by him, and he's 37 years old. A little confused as to what the refs are doing now. Giannis is having some words with one of the refs, and Crowder trying to keep him away. And we have a technical foul called on Giannis. Harris with the free throw, and he can't make it. That's the second time today that a tech has been issued to a Buck, and the Sixers have not been able to hit a free throw in that situation. So Giannis got a technical foul. That was also his 3rd personal foul, too. And the Sixers, they inbound it, but it goes out of bounds, and it'll actually be Milwaukee basketball, so the Sixers do turn it over. So it could have been a 3-point play or maybe even a 4-point play, but nonetheless, it was a 5-second violation. They couldn't even hand it in. Lillard from downtown for Milwaukee. And Harris is able to box out Giannis, and he got the rebound. That was nice. Lowry, a scoop pass to Harris. Harris trying to take on Crowder, and Harris goes up with a jumper. Can't get it, though. Oubre tries to save the rebound. It went off the hands of Bamba, and Oubre was just in the air trying to grab it. There was some miscommunication, and it went out of bounds. And, well, the Bucks will get the ball back. 8:05 left to go in the third quarter. Giannis on the block trying to take on Tobias Harris. Let's see if he utilizes the matchup. And he'll just hand it off to Crowder for a far corner three. Way too strong. Into the hands of Damian Lillard. It went into his breadbasket. Thought about taking the three. Brook Lopez all the way out to Crowder. Crowder with 5 on the clock. Lets it fly. And Maxey leaps up for the board. In front of Tobias Harris. Tyrese Maxey working in towards the lane. Goes up with a little dinger, and he can't get it. Bamba got the rebound, but it goes out of bounds. And they'll whistle a foul called on Brook Lopez. Man, oh man, that was a personal foul. Lopez was just reaching right in, and the Sixers will still have possession. 14 on the shot clock, and Lowry will inbound it. I actually stand corrected. No foul was called on Lopez. It was just last touch by him. Harris, oh man, he had a Bamba trying to cut to the lane for a backdoor, and he wasn't looking. Lillard poked it away, and he's able to part the Red Sea and go coast to coast for 2. Man, Harris just not recognizing that Bamba was left wide open right at the basket as soon as he got the inbound. He should have been looking up to make that pass, but just couldn't do so. And, well, the Bucks made him pay off the turnover. Harris gets the ball deflected off the pass to Lowry, but Lowry gets it anyways. Lowry on the far wing, 3 on the shot clock, puts up a 3. It's up, and that's no good. Oh, my gosh, just missed it, and Lillard was all in his face. Almost drained it. Giannis on the drive to the basket again. He'll be fouled, and he will most likely go to the line for a pair of foul shots. The foul is called on Tobias Harris with 6 minutes and 50 seconds to go in the third quarter. So Harris does get called for the shooting foul. That's just his first personal foul, and the Bucks want a timeout to try to regather themselves, and they'll get their wish granted. All right, we'll be right back in just a few moments. All right, we're back. No, that's weird. I did not notice that. I put that in studio mode, and it didn't go to live. So, I know that now. Yes, the scoreboard, doing that right now. Philadelphia leads it by 5. Milwaukee has scored 9 in this quarter so far. The Sixers, you would think that they probably would have come back out with a little bit more firepower, but they have not. They've been a little bit cold to start things off, and, well, even though Milwaukee is the one that called the timeout here, maybe the Sixers can try to get some air underneath their legs, just to kind of cool off just a little bit. The name is Jason Joseph. This is Play-by-Play with JJ. Hit that thumbs up button, hit that subscribe button. While we're in the timeout here, let's take a look around the NBA scoreboard. So, the only game that really matters for the Sixers tonight is the New York Knicks game. They play against the Portland Trail Blazers in Portland at 10 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time. Again, the Sixers trying to fight for a top seed and stay out of the play-in tournament. They are actually tied with Indiana, and they're looking to go half a game above them if they are able to get a win today, and then they'll just be 2 games behind Orlando and 2 technically behind New York, even though New York won the season series, so it would be 3 games because they would have to have the tiebreaker. But anyhow, regardless, the Suns are down by 19 with 140 left to go against Boston. What a game that's been. 127-108 is the score. There's a 90-74 game that's going on in Chicago, and the Clippers are up by 16 with 3:09 left to go in the third quarter. The Houston game is also in the third quarter. They're at home versus Washington. It's a 22-point advantage for them. And the Sixers, 5:35 left to go in the third quarter of that game. The other 10 o'clock game besides the Knicks-Portland game will be the Dallas OKC game as well. So that should be a very good one. Dallas, they're in the 9th spot the last time I checked. They're in the play-in tournament regardless, and Oklahoma City still holds on to that number 1 seed. Anything can happen there. Giannis at the line as we're back on the program. 67-63 as he drains the first foul shot. Maxey trying to just direct traffic here and telling everybody where they should be on the court here. 16 points for Giannis and 7 rebounds, 4 assists to go along with that. And Giannis takes a quick breath, goes up with the shot, and he swishes it. And it's a 3-point ball game now. Boy, Giannis really does take his time at the line. He just takes a quick breath, and it's like the whole world is on his shoulders. 3-point lead for Philadelphia. Bamba, Batum, Lowry, Maxey, and Harris. Maxey on the far wing. A handoff to Bamba at the foul line. Dribble towards the left hand and a kick out to Harris. 5 on the shot clock. Harris at the top of the key being guarded heavily by Crowder. One more to Lowry. Pump fake. 3-point shot. Money in the bag. Kyle Lowry from long distance able to buy in on a little pump fake and hit the 3. 70-64. 76ers lead by 6. That's just a classic veteran move. They say don't sell if you're playing 2K, and that's what they mean. When the defender is able to buy in on the little pump fake, and Lowry able to just work out his defender. And we have another whistle called. I think it'll be Sixers ball, but let's go back to that 3 by Lowry. Well, Giannis was right in his face, and he leaped up for the 3, and Lowry was able to go back to the ground and go up again with that 3-pointer. All right, 6 minutes to go. Dribble handoff to Lillard from Damian Lillard range. He puts it up, and he can't put it in. Lowry comes up with the rebound, so the Sixers did not have the ball. It was the Bucks all along. Harris trying to take on Damian Lillard, but he doesn't want that matchup, so he'll hand it off to Reed. Reed back to Maxey, who will zigzag his way towards the lane, and he's able to get it somehow, some way. Oh, man, Tyrese Maxey was going to the right. He was going to the left. He was going back to the right and was able to make a little floater inside. Lillard, kick out to Crowder. Firework again goes off as he makes his third 3 of the ball game. So he is now 3 for 6 from downtown. And he has also had the Midas touch. 72-67, 5:15 remaining in the third. A little hook pass from Maxey to Reed for 3. And Giannis able to climb the ladder again. Giannis again. Dribble, handoff to Damian Lillard. Lillard trying to get the switch that he wants. And a little pick and roll to Giannis. A kick out to Lopez for a far corner 3. And again, the Sixers have just got to guard him because he's making a lot of shots now. It's 72-70. The Bucks not going away just yet, of course. And the Sixers want a timeout called. And they'll get their wish granted. So Lopez, 4 for 8 from 3, and 16 points for him. He has just been killing the Sixers tonight. And we have a timeout called by Nick Nurse. And just to kind of back up the stats here, Lopez, who's just averaging 12.5 points per game, which is not really, he was averaging at one point like over 20 points per game a couple of seasons. But this season he is shooting 37.5% or 35% from 3. Last year he was shooting 37.5%. He's just a very good 3-point shooter for his size. He really, really is. A guy that's 7'1", who's now 35 years old. In today's NBA, you really, as long as you can really shoot the 3-ball well, your career's going to be extended because that's where the game is heading to right now. Just a lot of threes, and Brook Lopez, he's been so efficient. And again, the Sixers should know better. If you leave him wide open, he's gonna make them, and you have to close out on him. The Bucks weren't doing a good job at closing out on Campaign, and I think that I'm curious to see when Nick Nurse decides to put him back in there because he was doing such a good job when he was out there on the floor. Keep putting up those threes, says Larry. Keep putting up those threes. As long as they go in. Well, that Lowry three, that was pure. Absolutely pure. Hit that thumbs up button. Hit that subscribe button. I loved that pump fake that he got Giannis to buy on. He was like, and then he just came back down and then was like, boom. For those of you that couldn't see, you missed it. Man. You'll have to rewind it. 72-70 is the score in Milwaukee. Philadelphia has the upper hand. They had a hill to climb the last time and were not able to climb over that mountain, but today it's a different story. They had an 8-point lead, I want to say, at halftime. They were up at halftime nonetheless and had some breathing room, but now Milwaukee, they've put up 17 points in this third quarter so far, and the Sixers have put up just 11, but they're looking to respond. And again, if there's anybody in the NBA that knows how to respond after a timeout to start off a half, it's Nick Nurse and the Philadelphia 76ers. So that's the first timeout that they use here in the second half, and the Sixers will try to just extend their lead, re-extend it. Maxey, Lowry, Reed, Martin, and Batum back out there for Philadelphia. So Maxey got the inbound. They advance it into the front court. Maxey gets it back from Batum. Batum with a bouncer. Back out to Maxey as they play catch. 8 seconds on the shot clock. Maxey takes on Damian Lillard on the far wing. He'll dribble towards the right. The ball gets knocked loose, and we have a very late whistle called against the Bucks. A reach-in foul, and Maxey, oh yeah, he got fouled by Lillard. He reached in with that left hand, and Doc Rivers is complaining and crying to the refs. And Maxey gets right in front of him. Nothing was said, nothing. He was looking over towards his bench, and I don't know why he went out over there, but he did. Lowry with the inbound to Batum. And handoff back to Reed, back to Lowry. One more to Maxey, who steps into a three-point shot. And that's too strong. Bobby Portis Jr. didn't even have to jump for the rebound and just caught it right above the ground. Lillard working on Lowry. Screened by Giannis. Lillard works around it, gets some daylight, and Reed is able to climb the ladder and corral the board. Good job by Reed. He was not averaging a lot of rebounds against the Knicks. Lowry gets the hot potato from Tyrese Maxey. Lowry with the rock, double team over on the far corner. And another dribble handoff to Maxey. Maxey with a jab step, three-point shot. It goes halfway in and defies physics. Oh, it just went out. Close but no cigar, and Giannis got the rebound. Giannis gets stripped up down low, and he'll have to just kick it out to Bobby Portis. It was a little hockey pass. Connaughton for three. You give him some space, he can make it, but he does not there. Giannis offensive rebound. Sixers could not box him out. Giannis with a 2, and he's able to make it, and he'll try to give the Bucks the lead. Oh, my gosh. Are they going to say it was a foul on the floor? I don't know. I think that they're just going to say it is a foul on the floor. It was not in the act of shooting. Giannis got the offensive rebound. It's just a personal foul on KJ Martin, and I thought maybe it was going to be a shooting foul, and it looked like it should have been, but hey, we'll take it. We'll take it. I ain't saying nothing. 3:31 left to go in the third quarter. Lillard will take a seat, and A.J. Green will step in. Buddy Hield is the other guy that comes in for Philadelphia. There we go. Beverly, handoff to Giannis. Giannis trying to take his defender down low. A kick out to Beverly for 3. And, well, Patrick Beverly going up against his former team. He makes them pay from downtown again. 73-72. That's just his second 3 that he's knocked down today. And so Milwaukee takes the lead for the first time in the second half. Maxey gets it towards the right side. He'll zigzag through the defense. Bouncer to Batum on the far corner for 3. Yes! Oh, yes, baby! Another dime by Tyrese Maxey. 23 points, 2 assists, and 3 rebounds. Antetokounmpo with a dribble, handoff to Connaughton towards the right side. Kick out to Beverly. Beverly, one more to Connaughton from long range. And a straight-on three by Pat Connaughton. Boy, it seems like every time the Sixers have something going their way, the Bucks are just able to respond. Both teams have made at least 14 three-pointers. The Sixers have 15 and the Bucks have 14. Maxey, teardrop, roller, yes! Another high-arcing rainbow teardrop by Tyrese Maxey. That shot is unstoppable. It's Kyrie Irving-esque. Bobby Portis Jr. gets the ball deflected. It goes off the hands of KJ Martin. And, well, the Sixers come up with it. Paul Reed got the steal. Martin and the Sixers playing 4-on-3 ball. Martin tries to fire through the lane, and he zigzags again towards the left side of the baseline with the layup. 79-76. Good defense by KJ Martin. And Paul Reed down low with the little assist on defense, too. Giannis, he's frustrated. The ball got poked loose from Paul Reed. The Sixers have it. Maxey on the near corner. And he's taking on Giannis, who gets back on defense. Maxey backs out towards the national lawn. Sign on the far wing. 8 on the shot clock. He'll take it towards the near wing. Runner goes up, and he kisses it off the window. How did he not get fouled? I don't know. Lots of contact, and Maxey with an acrobatic layup. Portis with a 2. It's deflected by Reed, and Maxey comes up with his fourth rebound. A bouncer back to Buddy Hield. The Sixers playing extraordinary defense. Hield at the top of the key. Dribble towards the left side. Layup way too strong. Reed with the offensive rebound. There were about 4 Bucks there, and Paul Reed just knifed his way through. Reed for a layup. It's blocked by Giannis, and they're going to call it travel on B-ball Paul. Man, oh man, he picked up his pivot foot and just got called for the travel. What a sequence of events by Philadelphia. How about that acrobatic layup by Tyrese Maxey? He was in midair, kissed it off the window, and said, "This is what I do. I create my own shots, and I can work some art into the bag of tricks that I have." 35 seconds to go in the third period. Giannis on a drive, sledgehammer over Reed. Oh, my goodness. A posterizer by the Greek Freak. He was in midair, had the left elbow up, and Maxey looks to respond. Maxey, Euro step. Oh, it's too easy. A piece of cake for Maxey as he was able to make the underhanded scoop with the right hand. He knew that Giannis got on his defender, and Maxey was like, I'm just going to roll downhill on the other side. 17 on the game clock, 11 on the shot clock. And Milwaukee has the ball. Beverly taking on Maxey. 5 on the shot clock now, 9 on the game clock. Beverly with a roller over Maxey. No good. Actually, it was Reed, and then Maxey got the rebound. 5.2 seconds to go. And the Sixers should have the basketball. They're showing Nick Batum. I didn't know if he made a foul there or not. But what a game it's been out in Milwaukee. Giannis tried to go in with a sledgehammer and a posterizer over Reed, and Tyrese Maxey was like, let me just move up to the front side of the court for Philadelphia, and I'll make an impossible shot as well. A 5-point advantage for the Sixers. 5.2 on the game clock. Milwaukee still has possession. The shot clock's unplugged. The inbound to Giannis. Giannis taking on KJ Martin. Bouncer inside to Connaughton. Connaughton, did he get the layup off? He did not. Time expired. They're going to give him the 2 on the NBC app. But I don't think maybe he did get it off. They'll probably review it to see if he did. I'm going to be curious to see if he had it in his hand. Nope. Okay, he just barely got it off with about 1/10 of a second to go. So that's 2 quarters in a row where a team has had a buzzer beater. That time it was a layup by Pat Connaughton. And we play on and go to the 4th frame. A 3-point lead for the Sixers. Be right back. All right, we're back in action. We're getting ready to go to the fourth quarter, but before we do that, I do want to give you guys our trivia question of the day. It's not a Sixers one, but it's a NBA one that's here on our little calendar, our Sixers calendar here. Sometimes they do those, but I'm going to ask you a question, a trivia question, and if you get it right, you'll hear this, and if you get it wrong, you'll hear this. Okay, so here we go. Here's the question. All right, so for all my NBA nerds on here, in the 2022 NBA Finals, what Nets head coach faced off against his former team for which he played 14 years? Okay, so think back to the 2022 NBA Finals, okay? Not necessarily head coaches, but assistant head coaches. In the 2022 NBA Finals, which Nets head coach faced off against his former team for which he played 14 years? So the 2022 Finals, it was the Warriors and the Celtics. Just want you to have some sort of context. All right? That's all I got to say. I'll repeat it one more time. In the 2022 NBA Finals, which Nets head coach faced off against his former team for which he played 14 years for? We'll reveal the answer after the timeouts, or after a timeout is taken. Sixers have Payne out there and Batum. Batum goes up with a three with the shot clock expiring, and that's no good. So the Sixers, they're going from left to right, and the Bucks going, of course, from right to left. It's Buddy Hield, Paul Reed, Cam Payne, Kelly Oubre Jr., and Nico Batum for Philadelphia. Green, kick out to Lillard. It's deflected off the hands of Payne, and it goes out of bounds towards the near sideline. 5 on the shot clock still. Actually, it's 6 on the shot clock still for Milwaukee, who has Lillard, Lopez, Portis, Connaughton, and Green out there. Here's Lopez with a three-point shot. That's up and way off the mark, and a shot clock violation made for the Milwaukee Bucks. Great defense by the Sixers again. Lopez, you know that he can hit from anywhere, but he didn't even hit the rim. It was airballed and way too strong. Payne working on Damian Lillard. Payne with a dig inside to Nick Batum. Batum dumps it off to Oubre. Oubre taking on his defender Green. Foul line jumper, and he's able to connect. So Oubre was over on the far wing at the three-point line and just scissored his way through over towards the foul line and got a jump over his defender Green. And the Sixers have a little bit of breathing room. They're up by 5. Lillard, floater, inside, good. Oh, man, how can you stop that? Sometimes it's just unstoppable, and that's what makes Damian Lillard and Tyrese Maxey so lethal. Payne dribbles over towards the right, and he now has to pass it to Batum. Batum back to Payne. Payne scissors his way back to the lane, kisses it off the window, and he got it. How on earth did he get that one to fall? Man, oh man, some of these shots that they're hitting, it's like near impossible. Lillard inside again, gets past Oubre, who's just too slow. And, well, the Sixers are down or just up by 3 now. Lillard able to score the last points for Milwaukee. Payne with a dribble handoff to Reed. Reed didn't anticipate the pass coming. He was wide open, down low, underneath the basket, and it went off of his right hand. Man, you got to be able to make those plays, and you got to communicate better if you're the Sixers. The Bucks down by a 3. They could cut the deficit to 1 with a 2. Lillard tried to pass it off to Portis, and it actually went into the three-point mark, into the hands of Connaughton. Here's A.J. Green from downtown on the far wing, and Buddy Hield corrals his miss. All right, Sixers trying to work again from left to right. Payne on a drive, and he'll dribble around the timeline. He heads towards the lane, finds Oubre for a straight-on 3, and it's tipped by Lopez, who boxed out Reed and lands into the hands of Damian Lillard. Sixers have only put up 4 points in this quarter so far. Lillard has scored all 4 for Milwaukee. Connaughton down low to Portis. Turnaround Jay in Kelly Oubre's face, and he connects. Man, oh man, it's a 1-point lead now. Oubre gets the outlet pass, goes up with a shot. It's blocked by Brook Lopez. Reed tried to get the rebound. Oubre's down. Oh, he's in a lot of pain. He's grabbing onto his head. It's 5-on-4 basketball. It's actually 4-on-4. Here, and Oubre does get back up. Good thinking right there. Lopez inside to Portis, and he's able to get the layup to go. And, well, the Bucks are on an 8-4 run to start off the fourth quarter. Oubre had he hit his head down low and just was not able to get the layup to fall out in transition. And thank goodness he's okay. He was out of the picture for a little bit and then just came back in at the very last second. And we have a timeout called by the Sixers. They're looking to respond. Timeout. Yep. As soon as that bucket was made, you were thinking timeout right there. Got 25 people tuning in. Let's get to 40 likes, man, if we have not done so already. Are we at the 40 mark? We were at 34. We're at 38 now. Okay, so 2 more till we get to 40. And 16 more of you have got to subscribe in order for us to get to 1,800. I would really appreciate that so much. The name is Jason Joseph. We go by JJ on here. The backstory, just in short for you guys that are new to the channel, I'm a broadcaster from South Jersey. We call Sixers basketball, Phillies baseball, and Eagles football games on here. And we try to give you the best radio quality play-by-play as much as possible. If you enjoy what we do, tell a friend, tell anybody on here. I would really appreciate that. And let's get to 1,800 subscribers. This is why Nurse saved his timeout. Slow him down. Yep, I agree. I agree with that. We have 4 left after this one, and the Bucks have 3. The Bucks also, let's put this into perspective. They're 42-24, but they're 25-7 at home, which is really impressive. They're one of the best teams at home in the NBA. And if the Sixers can somehow sneak away with this win here, that would be huge. With the circumstances that they're dealing with, even without Chris Middleton and without Malik Beasley, yeah, those are 2 big guys for them, but still, it would be a very big win because you're playing against Giannis, you're still playing against Dame. Those 2 guys are the best 2 players. Two of the best duos in the NBA, as I read it to you just a little bit beforehand. Thoughts on the game so far? Comment down below. Would love to hear what you guys have to say. Nail biter, I think that's a good word to use. I just came up with that myself. Philadelphia down by uno. Down by a point. And Damian Lillard has been trying to take over the fourth quarter early on, but the Sixers looking to put the fire out. And what will they do here? The lineup that the Sixers have, it's Oubre, Batum, Reed, Payne, and Hield. That was before the timeout. Don't know what they have right now. I assume that Maxi's going to come back in really soonly. It's a 6-0 run for Milwaukee over the last 1 minute and 27 seconds. So there's Maxey. So he has the rock. Maxey back in for Philadelphia. And he'll just dribble it all the way towards the logo. He was at the Pfizer Forum sign. Double team comes. Bouncer to Batum. Batum to Hield for a wide open 3. Clanks off the back of the rim. Offensive rebound by Kelly Oubre Jr. over at the foul line extended. Overheaded pass to Batum. Batum outside to Maxey. Maxey was falling in towards the backcourt, and he threw it away towards Buddy Hield. Great play. Maxey, pump fake, goes up with a shot inside, and Reed tries to get the rebound, and we have a loose ball foul called on B-Ball Paul. Man, he tried. I got to give him effort for that. He tried to get the rebound, and even though Maxey was literally on the floor, Maxey almost made a really good shot, just could not get the friendly roll, and it just rattled out at the very last second. But Reed definitely had some effort. All right, 88-87, 8 minutes to go. Batum is the tag to Lillard, and now it's Oubre, who's on him like a locomotive. Or like a bug, I should say. Batum back on Lillard. 5 on the shot clock. Lillard trying to go inside. Kick out to Lopez. Lopez handoff to Green. Green for 3. And we have a foul called. It is on the Sixers. And I believe it was in the act of shooting. It was by Buddy Hield. Man, oh man, Hield. That was not a good foul. The Sixers were playing extraordinary defense. And there was no need to foul A.J. Green there. And Green's going to go to the line for the hat trick of 3 throws. First foul shot, kaboom, What's up, Snowman? How you doing? Thanks so much for coming on here. It's an 89-87 ball game, 7:48 remaining in the fourth quarter. The Bucks without Chris Middleton and Malik Beasley. The Sixers not playing or are playing without Joel Embiid, Robert Covington, and DeAnthony Melton. Second foul shot, that's good too. And the Bucks are looking to try to extend their lead to 3 here, and they do. So A.J. Green makes all 3 free throws. 7:45 left to go. Sixers have got to respond. An 11-4 run by Milwaukee. Can they put a stop to the bleeding? Batum for 3 off the pass by Oubre. Off the mark, and Connaughton reaches up for the board. A 9-0 run by Milwaukee. Lillard looking at the rim. He'll try to go inside. The layup's up. No good. Tip out from Hield to Batum. And an outlet pass to Maxey. To Oubre. Oubre swings it all the way to Batum. Batum one more to Hield for 3. He connects. That was from the far corner on the left side, and Buddy Hield able to get the trifecta to fall. A 1-point deficit for Philadelphia, and a game of chess between both of these teams, who may face each other in the playoffs. Lillard at the logo will try to dance over Batum. Kick out to Connaughton. One more to Green, and A.J. Green hits the green. Man, oh man. A 4-point lead for Milwaukee. Swish goes the basketball as he throws it into the ring of fire, and that is just ridiculous. That was a wide open shot too. Maxey over at the logo, dribbles over towards the left side. Screen comes by Reed. Maxey cuts towards the lane. Turnaround jumper over Brook Lopez. Too short, and Connaughton leaps up for the board again. 94-90, and the Sixers have gone ice cold from 3 and shooting the basketball in this fourth quarter. Lopez dumps it to Portis. Portis in the lane. Baby hook. Connects. Man. And another timeout by Nurse. Not a good look for the Sixers. And 6:10 left to go with the way that this is going in this fourth quarter. Not a good trajectory. All right. What's up? What's up, Ryan? What's up, Robin? Oh man, we can't be bashing other people on here, man. Go Bucks, Miami Princess. What's going on, man? Thanks so much for coming on here. Bucks start the fire, and the Sixers try to put it out. I don't know if that was sarcasm or what. Snowman finally checking in. Yep. I saw that, man. We got 32 people on here watching. Make sure you guys like and subscribe. My name is Jason Joseph. This is Play-by-Play with JJ. We're on for the Sixers. We're on for the, I almost said the Heat. We don't do Heat basketball. We do Sixers basketball, Eagles football, and Phillies baseball on here. I had to think about that. The fact that I actually had to think about that, that's not good. Sorry, JJ. Sixers are no good. Sixers are no good today. Well, I mean, hey, they're putting up a fight against Milwaukee, so they're doing something right. You just want to see them get the W, so that way they can still be in this playoff spot. I am going to be doing a post-game show afterwards. Okay, we're going to be doing a post-game show afterwards regardless. So if you would like to join the Discord server, please do so. If one of my mods could do me a solid, actually I could do it right now. I got it. All right, we're going to copy and paste this, and that way you can join the Discord once we are live for the post-game show. So I want to try to bring those things back. It's been kind of hard, to be honest, without Joel, to do these things, but I think that it's been a little bit of time. There's some stuff to talk about, and we can try to assess this team for who they are. The Kai Jones news, we can talk more about Joel Embiid. We can talk more about the game. We'll be on for a little bit of time. So if you want to come on and give your thoughts on the Sixers, if you have anything to say, even if it's something bad, come on and we'll talk. And I'll open the floor up to you guys. We got 30 people on here watching. Final score predictions. I want to hear what your final score thoughts are right now. We need Sixers Nation to step up. We need our guys to come on here and show our team some brotherly love. That'd be really nice. So the Sixers called a timeout. Giannis comes in for Portis, and the Sixers will make 3 substitutions. Harris, Bamba, and somebody else, can't tell who it is, but Paul Reed, Nick Batum, and Buddy Hield all take a seat for Philadelphia. All right, so Maxey will not get the inbound, and instead it goes into the hands of Oubre. Actually, Lowry comes in for Paul Reed, but Oubre got the inbound and the handoff to Maxey, and now Lowry in the front court. A 14-3 run by the Bucks. The Deer looking to try to put the game away. The Sixers trying to not go down without a fight. 5 on the shot clock. Maxey, dribble handoff. ISO. Thought about taking the 3. Here's Harris for a 2. Steps into a 2-point shot, and the rebound is corralled by A.J. Green. Just another easy rebound for him, and Lillard has it, advances it towards the front court in Milwaukee territory as they go from right to left. Giannis almost tried to go inside with a shot, and this time he does so, and he gets the 2. 98-90, and it looks like that the Bucks are trying to get away, but the Sixers, what are they going to do in order to put an end to the bleeding? Bamba, handoff to Harris, foul line jumper, got it, good. Tobias Harris able to swish it from the foul line off the dribble. 5 minutes to go in the fourth. Sixers down by 2 possessions again. Lillard dribbles, and Harris will guard him. Lillard on the far wing and dribbles it over towards the lane. It's blocked and swatted away by Toby. So Harris stayed on Damian Lillard, and he just swatted it away, blocked it, and with 6 seconds on the shot clock, Milwaukee still retains possession. Nice play by Toby, and Bamba couldn't really get his hands up. He actually almost got past Bamba. Giannis gets it inside. Foul line jumper is up, and that's in over Tobias Harris. 100-92 with 4:44 left to go in the fourth frame. Maxey going up against A.J. Green. He's at the logo, and he's at the top of the key now, and will take a right move. Jab step inside. Hand off to Harris with 5 on the shot clock. Harris trying to work the traffic against Giannis. 4 on the shot clock. He'll pass the hot potato to Bamba. Bamba to Harris, who goes up with a prayer. And that's good. How did he make that? Oh my gosh, another impossible shot. And this time, out of all people, it's Toby. Talk about improvisation. 195. Giannis taking on Harris again. Kick out to Green for 3. And the basketball gods say no, and the Bucks are human. Lowry, handoff to Maxey. This is a momentum changer. Maxey for 2, no. And the putback jam by Bamba. A 5-0 run for Philadelphia. And Doc Rivers wants a timeout. Man, oh man, I don't think you could have drew up a handoff from Bamba to Harris for a 3 with Giannis in his face. And the shot clock winding down. It was nothing but net. And, well, now the Sixers have some life to them. Another timeout called. What? That is wild. Yeah, the Sixers are struggling because of bragging YouTubers, not Embiid's injury. I do like JJ, but all the Philly YouTubers brag. And it's the Sixers' downfall. That's my take, JJ. Okay. I don't know if I agree with that, but you're allowed to have your own opinions, for sure. Holy smokes, this is insane. It is insane. The Flyers are down by 5. That's also insane, too. But this game here, man, this is wild. 3:52 remaining in the fourth quarter. The Sixers, they were down by 8 and then responded with a 5-0 run thanks to Tobias Harris with a 3-pointer with the shot clock literally at 1.2 seconds, and he made a shot. I wonder what the distance was on that. Let's see what the ESPN app has to say. That was from at least 29 feet. Yeah, it was 29. I predicted it exactly on the money. 29 feet. Maxey tonight, 29 points. Speaking of 29, and he's 5 for 8 from 3-point range, 12 for 21 from the field, 4 rebounds along with that too. 100-97, 3:46 remaining in the fourth quarter, and the Bucks will inbound it from their bench. Oubre will be guarding the inbound to Damian Lillard. They press with the backcourt defense. And Lillard gets it past the line. The ball gets stripped and almost stolen away, but Lopez just came up with it. Oh, my gosh, it almost went into the backcourt. Giannis on the drive, gets the ball poked loose, gets it back, goes up with a 2, and we have a foul called. It's a travel on Giannis. Is it, though? No. 197. They signaled travel for a quick second, and then Oubre tried to go up for a little steal before Giannis had it as he lost it, and then Bamba, a little confused. 3:31 left to go. They didn't even update it on the ESPN app, but it'll still be Milwaukee ball. The Sixers thought it was a travel, and that's what I thought too. And Nick Nurse is looking over at the refs saying that's a travel because he did step like 4 times. But regardless, Giannis will go to the line, and the first one is up and in. He gets the friendly bounce. Nick Nurse wants an explanation. That was a very late whistle, and finally the ESPN app updated it. So it's 101-97. That should have been the travel. I'm looking at the replay right now. It should have been the travel. 24 points for Antetokounmpo and 10 rebounds. 3:31 remaining in the final frame. Giannis takes another quick breather. He dribbles, and he goes up with the foul shot, and he goes 2 for 2 from the line. 102-97. Back to a 5-point lead. The Bucks go. Maxey again. We're trying to dribble the penetration here. Hand off to Bamba. Bamba feeds it to Harris. Over at the foul line extended. Fake dribble, hand off to Oubre. And another dump pass to Maxey this time. Maxey spinning. Kick out to Harris. 4 on the shot clock here. Harris with a step back J. Oh, it's good. Oh, my goodness. From the 4 elbow, Tobias Harris hits a big shot again. 102-99. Sixers trying to cut the deficit to 3, and they did so. Lillard again being pressed by Oubre. Screened from Lopez. Bouncer to Antetokounmpo at the top of the perimeter. 5 on the clock. Bamba working up against Giannis. He's at the elbow. The ball gets knocked loose, and it's stolen back by Lowry. But a late whistle called. It's a foul. And it'll be on Giannis. Giannis, yep, it was a lost ball turnover. Harris got the steal, and a foul called on the Bucks. So that was just the first foul. The Sixers have 4. 2:30 left to go. Sixers have Maxey advancing to the front court. They could tie it with a 3 or cut the deficit to 1 with a 2. Backdoor cut by Oubre. He goes up with a shot, and that's no good. Lopez saved it from going out of bounds, and he was able to stuff Oubre at the rim. Lillard back up with it in the front court. Pick and roll to Giannis. Giannis with a shot that's up and in. 102-99, and Tobias Harris is in a lot of pain. Oh, my gosh. He is in a lot of pain hanging on to that right ankle, and that is not a good sight. 2:06 left to go, and the Sixers are going to have to be forced to take a timeout here. And, man, oh, man, that is not good. He rolled onto that right ankle and just is getting checked out by the medical trainers, grabbing his right ankle, according to Pete Pompey, and that's what he'll do. Yep, I know, Snow. It's hard to do 2 things at once, but I'm going to do that right now. Thank you for keeping me updated on that. Timeout taken by the Sixers. You don't want to see anybody go down with an injury. I'm sorry. That's not what you want to see. Don't want to see anybody go down with an injury. Harris got tripped up, man. Funny part is that he was actually rolling and doing some really good things. That's not good for Tobias Harris. Hopefully he will be okay. Honestly, I'm hoping he's okay too for his sake as well. You know, we, of course, from a basketball perspective, we have these conversations of whether or not he should be playing, but you hope for his health that he is, of course, okay. Because you never like to see anybody go down with an injury. 104-99. Philadelphia is down by 5. And the Sixers do have the ball. Let's see again. So Giannis tried to go up against Harris, and Giannis got the layup to go. And then Harris just landed awkwardly on that right ankle. He got back up, though, and he Says he's okay, and he'll stay in there for the Sixers. And the Sixers will have it to advance it, and they will in their front court. 2 minutes left to go. Maxey gets the inbound pass. Handoff to Bamba. Bamba with a dribble, fake handoff to Oubre. Maxey comes over to the rescue. 8 on the shot clock. A 2-point shot is up, and that's off the mark. And A.J. Green corrals the miss. It's 104-99. Milwaukee leads it by 5, and they're looking to try to milk the clock down. Lillard inside on the elbow. Step back. Jay over Harris connects. 106-99. And now 97 seconds remaining. The Sixers have only mustered up 16 points in this fourth quarter. Harris catches off the handoff from Bamba. And he'll take on Connaughton. Runners up, and he gets the friendly roll. Sixers not going down yet. It's 106-101 with about 1:20 to go in the fourth frame. Lillard slowing the tempo down again. Over at the logo. Screen comes by Giannis, but Lillard decides not to use it. Harris on him now. A handoff to Lopez from 3. Oh my gosh, nothing but net, and a firework again by Brook Lopez. 109-101. Sixers have to respond quickly, of course. Maxey to Oubre on the far wing. A handoff and a shovel pass to Maxey. Maxey goes down low with a shot, and he's fouled immediately. Man, it would have been nice for him to make that shot, but 58.1 seconds remaining in the fourth quarter, and Maxey will try to earn his stripes at the line. That was a good play by Maxey, but again, just Brook Lopez being Brook Lopez. He'll leave him wide open, and I sound like a broken record for saying this, but it's probably going to go in because he's just a very good shooter. All right, Maxey's first foul shot does not get the friendly bounce. It goes in and out. Man, oh man. You loved the fight that this team was giving you in the first 3 quarters, and then they just have taken their foot off the gas pedal, and to say the least, they have got to obviously hit this free throw here and then just get all the stops in the world that they can on defense. 109-102, second foul shot. That does go in. That's why it's 109-102. It was 109-101. Lillard, again being guarded heavily by Tyrese Maxey. He made a couple of big shots. Antetokounmpo, bouncer to Lillard again. Lillard taking on Maxey, roll inside to Antetokounmpo, and he goes up with a shot and a good foul by Bamba, who will try to make Giannis go to the line for 2. And now is when you kind of hope and pray that the Sixers still have some life, because Giannis, who's not really the best foul shooter, he can make some free throws, but it's a hit or miss here, and you're taking a gamble. 44.6 seconds to go. The Bucks are now officially in the bonus. The Sixers do have 1 timeout remaining. The Bucks have 2. All right, Giannis is staring at the basket, and he'll take a couple of dribbles, and the first foul shot ready to go up in just a few seconds. Here he is in the form, and the first one's good. So it's an 8-point lead for the Bucks. Again, the Sixers only have 1 timeout left. The next game that they play will be on Saturday against the Charlotte Hornets. It's 110-102. Just 19 points for the Sixers in this fourth quarter. 28 for Giannis. He's 10 for 13 from the line. Second foul shot. Here it is. And that's off the mark. Rebound by Lowry. Lowry to Oubre. Out in transition. Oubre back out to Lowry for a 3 for Green. Oh, man. He got fouled, though, from beyond the arc. He almost made it. And boy, if he did, that would have been something. But the Sixers will have Lowry go to the line for a hat trick of foul shots. It's 110-102. The Sixers still have a chance. And Green just made a little bit of contact with Lowry in the shooting formation. Lowry almost drained it, too. That was so close. Lowry's first foul shot, that's up and that's in. It's 110-103. 37.4 seconds remaining in the fourth quarter. Second foul shot by Lowry. That's good. And now you're wondering if the Sixers, they probably won't intentionally miss this one here, but I wonder if that would be out of the question. I guess not. Lowry's looking over at Nurse saying, what do I do? And KJ Martin will sub in for the Sixers. All right, so Bamba will take a seat. My philosophy is that if you're out there, you want to try to have as many bodies as possible, but that's just me. It's 110-104. Lowry with the third free throw. It's good. And a 5-point game now. The Sixers they still have time, 37.4 seconds to go. They've got to play defense, and then they have to get the ball back here. Connaughton will inbound it, and he has to be quick, and a timeout immediately called. That would have been a 5-second delay if he did not call for time there. Good job by the Sixers to guard the inbound, and we have a timeout called by Doc Rivers, so it's not over yet. Oh, man. Wow. What a game. Honestly, I kind of have to tip my Sixers the cap to this for the effort, even if they do go on to lose this, because this was a very good effort by them. I saw a lot of heart in this game, and I saw a lot of passion. So, all right, not over yet. If you guys are new to the channel, make sure you like and subscribe and turn on the bell icon so that way you know when I go live. Oh, man. I love each and every one of you, man. I really, really do. We got 38 likes on here. Did we get to the 40 mark? I think we did. We're on the road to 1,800, man. Hit that subscribe button. It would really, really mean a lot to me. We're at 40 likes now, so that's cool. But, yeah. All right, can the Sixers come back, guys? That's the question that I have for you all. Can they come back? Do they have a shot to do so? They play the Charlotte Hornets on Saturday. The Hornets are 17-49. You have to kind of pencil that in for a win. The Miami Heat, they play them on Monday. We're going to be on RB's channel calling that game there, so that'll be really nice. And then they head out to the West Coast and play the Suns on Wednesday. And here we go. All right, so the Bucks will inbound it. They get to advance it into their own home court. So Connaughton has it. The Sixers, can they get the inbound? No, they cannot. Giannis gets fouled immediately with 36.1 seconds to go. And I don't know why they just gave it to Giannis, but he'll go to the line to shoot 2 free throws. And again, he's shooting 66% at the line this season, so I don't know what the philosophy was there. 36.1 seconds left. And time stands still again for the Bucks and the Sixers as well. Giannis at the line. 28 points. He's 10 for 14. He is looking to try to get 30 here. Sixers obviously praying for a couple of misses. Giannis takes the first bounce and will take a breather, and the first foul shot's up, and he hits it. So it's still a 2-possession game. This free throw here could really be costly. Buddy Hield steps back in for the Sixers for 3-point shooting purposes. 111-105. Giannis was 1 for 2 from the line his last trip around with less than a minute to go in the fourth quarter. And let's see what he does here. Second foul shot. Here it is. That's good. So he does drain both of them. It's 112-105. Maxey gets the inbound. Sixers, of course, have got to work really quickly here. Bouncer to Harris. Harris step back. Thought about taking the 3. Finds Oubre. Oubre to Maxey. Maxey lets it fly. And that's way too strong. And it goes into the hands of Giannis. Giannis will try to get fouled again. And he will with 20.9 seconds to go. The Sixers were trying to put all their eggs in one basket off that Maxey 3. And, well, they were not able to do so. And now Giannis at this point will just try to put the ice or the nail in the coffin here, potentially. 112-105, a 7-point lead for the Bucks. They have outscored the Sixers by 10 in this fourth quarter. And again, you love the effort by the Sixers, but you have to get these wins if you want to stay out of the play-in tournament. And you had a chance. You definitely had a chance tonight. Giannis at the line, first foul shot, and he hits it. It's nothing but net as he swishes that one. An 8-point lead now for Milwaukee. 20.9 seconds to go. And Giannis still at the line. So it's an 8-point lead for the Bucks. Sixers do have 1 timeout left. What will they do here? Giannis hesitates. The second foul shot goes up, and he gets the friendly bounce. 114-105. 20.9 seconds to go. And the shot clock, of course, is unplugged. Maxey handoff to Hield. Hield being guarded on the perimeter. And he'll bounce it to Lowry. Lowry back to Hield again. 10 on the shot clock. Ball goes off the foot of Beverly, and that's going to do it. The Bucks escape with the victory, and they win by 9 against the Sixers. And now they are, well, they go on and they win what is their 26th game at home on the season. So they're now 26-7. 114-105 is your final score. Sixers did lose this game as Maxey does hug Doc Rivers, and Giannis, of course, is the player of the game. 32 points. He was 14 for 18 from the charity stripe, and that's his 51st double-double of the season. He had it going on in that second half, and he had 11 rebounds, 7 assists, but he really did take over, and the Sixers, I thought, got a little bit sloppy with their with their interior defense. They were really fierce out of the gates, but they could not hang on in that third, or really in the fourth quarter, but the third quarter is where it kind of got a little bit, away from them, just a little bit, so... All right, I would love to take some of your calls because we have a lot to talk about. And I said it before, we haven't really done a post-game show in a while, so I want to hear from the people. I want to hear what you guys have to say in regards to this team. We can talk about tonight's game. We can talk about Joel Embiid, and we can talk about Kai Jones. There's a lot to talk about on the table, and I want to open it up to the community and give you guys a chance to give your thoughts. So join the Discord server. I'm going to post it down here for you guys, and we can just talk about things. Right now, as we speak, the Sixers would be in the play-in tournament today after this loss to Milwaukee, and Milwaukee actually sweeps the Sixers in the season series. So they are now 42-24 on the season, or 43-24, I should say now. We're waiting for Discord to update, and then we'll open things up for you guys. But while we're waiting for this to update, I want to thank you all so much for being here. This was a game where I'm not really sad that they lost. I'm not really mad. It's just more of, okay, they played really well for 3 quarters, but you had a chance. You had a chance, and it just would have been nice. That's the thing. It really would have been nice to try to win this game and steal it. Because let's be honest, they almost did. They almost stole this game. It was not really meant for them to really win, even though they were earning it. I'm just saying that I feel like that it wasn't really. I feel like it was more of Milwaukee's game to lose, if that makes any sort of sense whatsoever. Discord, why is this not working? Is our Discord not working tonight? Well, maybe we won't do a post-game show. Maybe we'll do it Saturday night. That's weird. Can't do it tomorrow. I don't know why this is not loading, huh? I could do it off my phone. Could I do it off my phone? Maybe that's what we'll do. We got 13 people on here watching. Oh, okay, I have to respond to that. Yeah. All right, let me we'll do it Saturday. We'll do it on Saturday. That's what we'll do. And I'll make an announcement for it. Discord's not working on here. I'm kind of tired anyways. I want to be able to get off. I got some stuff to do. It's 10:30 p.m. Eastern Time. All right, I love you guys. We'll catch you all in the next one. I hope you guys had fun tonight. I most certainly did. And I'll see you guys Saturday.